Round one, fight!
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tournament Fights. This is episode number 53. Today we are starting the first in a three-part series for one of the Movie Hero Network regulars, Jacob Barber. So we are breaking down his top 128 favorite movies of all time. We did his top 64. He's kind of retooled it a little bit after doing some rewatches and kind of rethinking his list. And then we get to see some things maybe outside his top 64. So we're going to be doing his 64 part one this month. And then a month later, we'll do part two. And then we'll have a championship episode probably in July that will have the Sweet 16 from both of his first two episodes, and they've all been put into a randomizer, so everything's random as we usually do here on Tournament Fights. So even I haven't seen it. I took a little quick look because I wanted to watch a couple movies I hadn't seen, but I literally looked at like the first three matchups, found two I hadn't seen, watched them, so I'm excited to talk about them. So, but anyways, we'll go ahead and we'll introduce our panel for tonight. We'll start with the guest of honor, Mr. Jacob Barber. How's it going?
That's me. Yes, it's going good. I'm excited to start this. Yeah, the list. It's a lot. Even my top 64. It's a lot different from the first episode we did. So I'm ready. I'm excited.
Yeah, and then we also have Austin Pez. How's it going?
I'm getting these weird feelings of deja vu, like we've done some of these things before.
Yeah, right.
Are we running out of ideas? No, we're fine. No, it's funny. I'll say that, and then we're gonna do my 128 right after Jacob's, which I've got ready to go. So
Yeah, right. Yep. But we also have Malcolm Lay with us. Got a Rogue Kiwi tonight. How's it going?
It's going good. I don't know if I was on the original top 64, so but all this might be new to me. But yeah.
We'll just say, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen it. His the winner of the first one was Mary Poppins. So we'll see if we get another repeat. You never know, but anything's possible. But we'll see. So that was the first one. So
I'm gonna go real quick while you're introducing people and see who was on the original panel in 64. I know I was, but I'm just gonna go see.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it sounds good. But we also have joining us Richie Goodacare. How's it going?
Yeah, it was. I think the original 64 was one of the rare ones. I wasn't on, so this is all new.
Well, and it's funny, Richie, you weren't on mine either. We vibe on a lot of movies, so when we do my 128, you'll actually be on mine and get to vote on some of them because I had some different people on mine as well. So like we'll have kind of a different panel.
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I like Mary Poppins, but it's interesting that it got all the way to the end.
Yeah. But I do encourage people, just because it won last time, if you like it, go ahead and vote for it. Don't be like, well, it won last time, so I'm not going to vote for it.
I mean, Michael Walker is great at playing Mary Poppins.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which would be very interesting if he was in the real Mary Poppins. So, but we also have JPO joining us tonight. How's it going? As he switches his picture there. Yeah.
Nope.
It's an imposter. It's not him. Sorry.
Hey!
Gotta watch out for those internet trolls.
In my life.
They just pop into people's streams like that, you know. Yep. There you go.
All right, so the original panel on the 64, just wanted to let you guys know, very similar. Some of the regulars was myself and Jordan, obviously Jacob Barber, JPO was on there, and Chris Scott, our other co-host, occasionally. So it's a 5-person panel.
Okay.
So we have
was
Malcolm
there.
and Richie tonight, so that was new. So we have a few new
There you
people
go.
this time.
The JPO
Mhm.
variant there. But yeah. So Austin, if you want to go ahead and let everyone know how it's going to work tonight, and I'll bring up the tournament bracket.
Yeah, so Jacob has expanded his 64 into a 128, and like Jordan said, we're gonna cut it into a couple episodes. So we got 64 of his 128, not necessarily the top 64, just a couple of them. There's a spoiler alert right there on the first one.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that's already popped up.
Spoiler alert.
Anyways,
First matchup. You did like to cover it up, but it's fine. It's
fine. But in just a minute, we'll start with that matchup that's on screen, but we'll go up in order, starting with Mr. JPO at the bottom there. Everybody will do a very quick vote, about 20 seconds or less. Just give us which one you vote for and why. You can vote for any reason whatsoever, any spite votes, any you hate the one movie and love the other, whatever you want to vote for, that's fine. So we'll go through and get to a winner. Essentially, also just a caveat with these 128s, the 16s from both episodes will make it to the top 32 part 3 finale. So not only will we have an Elite 8 poll like we always do, but I got to keep track of the Sweet 16 that will go into the 32. So that'll be interesting. And with a 6-person panel tonight, we will have, I'm sure, tiebreaker scenarios. And how that works is we alternate the one tie-breaking vote, starting with the bottom and moving up. So, and with the tiebreaker vote, you can stick to what you originally voted for, or you can switch it the last second. You have all the power, and we've seen some anarchy on some of these things when people switch it in the last second, and anything can happen. So, so we'll start with JPO, then the next round we'll go to Richie, and so on and so forth. And that's just kind of how it works.
Yeah, and just reminding everybody on the panel, you do have to vote no matter what, even if you haven't seen either the two. Just come up with any reason, literally any reason at all, as to why you want to vote for one, even if you haven't seen them. So, because it's a tournament fights, we like to have a little fun and chaos sometimes, and just vote for any reason. We don't really have really strict guidelines of why you have to vote for what you do. So yeah. So
this movie's been on tournament fights a lot, even though it's better than the other movie. I'm gonna vote for it.
Right? Hey, it does happen.
That's the risky run, sir. You just got to accept that.
It is. Yep. So, but you see the first matchup here, the Jim Carrey's The Mask versus The Godfather Part 2. So, JPO, you're up first. So, what do you want to go for here?
I like The Mask not as much as some others. It's my least favorite of Jim from that year. The big year of Jim, '94. I love The Godfather Part 2. I've always have a hard time between this and Part 1 as to which one I think is better, but I love Part 2, so I'm gonna go Godfather.
Yeah. Sounds good. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, Godfather Part 2 is it's amazing. It's definitely it's probably it's definitely the better movie out of the two. But when I probably get more enjoyment out of is The Mask, because that's on my top 64 and probably will make my top 128 more than likely. So I'll go The Mask.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
Well, I mean, The Godfather is the greatest trilogy of all time, despite what my
Agreed.
own tournament says. But I like The Mask. It's fine, but The Godfather Part 2 is great, and there's a reason it's a classic and an Oscar winner for a reason. So my vote's going to Godfather Part 2.
Was it better than the Back to the Future trilogy that it lost to?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Sounds good. But Austin, what do you think?
The Mask is a lot of fun. I've definitely championed it, but I'm kind of riding a Godfather high, kind of rewatching them for Jacob and our show that we did on the 50th anniversary, and I kind of rewatched the whole trilogy and had a lot of fun with it. So I'm sticking with my recency Godfather high, and I'll go Godfather 2.
Yeah, and I've gone on record as saying that I think the Godfather trilogy is a little boring to me, but I will say that I'm going to give him a rewatch because I have only only seen part one time. I've seen part 2 twice because I do like the second one a little more. But I want to do it on like a proper way where I have some time off, or I can kind of create like a movie theater atmosphere, turn off the lights, watch it on my big 70-inch TV. Like I like to do all that stuff. So yeah, so I'm still going to vote for
Are
The
you
Godfather.
ahead of our guest of honor? But that's fine. You can go out of order.
Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm like wondering
You're
why
not going to let him vote for his own movies?
Well, Jacob's just here to watch.
Yeah, sorry. I'm used to going after you, Austin, because you're usually like.
Then you might want to switch it then
So.
before we get too far.
No, it's fine. It's all good. I'll remember next time. You can cut that part out, and we'll just. Jacob's part before me, so it'll look like it. So yeah, Jacob, what do you think?
Well, yeah, I obviously love both of these movies. I'm not gonna say that every single time. So, I think The Mask is hilarious. I love Jim Carrey in it, but The Godfather is the better movie. It's higher up on my list. I just think it's better acted, better written. Just it's an overall better movie. So I will go with The Godfather Part 2.
Yeah.
And
right.
before you guys ask if you're hoping for a Godfather Part 2 Godfather matchup, it won't happen in this episode. Sorry, spoilers.
No. Well, maybe in the
Jordan, what do you
championship, maybe.
Maybe.
So my thoughts. Yeah, let me get my thoughts in the.
You're going to vote for The Mask. I know Godfather's overrated. We get it. We can move on to the next one. That's fine. So that's 42.
No, I actually voted for The Godfather. So. Part 2. So
You would have voted for The Mask, you liar.
No. I'm serious. Like I will actually recognize that it is a good movie according to the general population. I think that it's good too. Great. I am still like on the fence about it. So yeah. So but we have Spider-Man No Way Home, and also just everybody knows these are new to me, so I'm seeing them like for the first time here. So
Yeah.
Spider-Man No Way Home up against a Goofy movie. So all right. So we'll start with Richie. Yeah.
I do think like Goofy Movie is one of those movies that like I feel like has it has no business being as good as it is. Like no one expected it. Yeah, it's a fun movie, but I can't go past No Way Home, man. It's like it's one of the better Spider-Man movies, and then it's just it's. I don't think there's a competition here, even though I like both of these. I'm gonna go Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I do think a Goofy movie is a good movie, but I really love Spider-Man No Way Home. And it's just one that I'm probably going to go to. I've also I'm one of the few people that really did enjoy like all the movies in the MCU Spider-Man arc. And Spider-Man No Way Home was the perfect culmination of all three of them. So I'm going to go Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't have that nostalgia for a Goofy movie like some people do. I didn't own it on VHS or like watch it a whole bunch of times when I was a kid. I only caught it occasionally on Disney Channel or whatever. So I don't have that connection. Not to say it's wrong if anybody does. That's fine. I just don't. Kind of like the Goonies. Yeah, Spider-Man was a lot of fun. I need to break over my 4K and watch it again before I go see Doctor Strange in 2 days. But yeah, but I'll definitely vote for Spider-Man just for my boy Toby getting his moment to shine.
Well, Jacob, I'm not going to skip you this time. What do you think?
Well, gee, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not often I put a recent movie, this high up on my personal favorites list. Usually I give it a few years, give it some rewatches. But man, this one just stuck with me after those first 2 theater watches, and then I've got the Blu-ray, and I'm probably gonna watch that several times as well. I love this movie. I love a Goofy movie too. It's also a lot of fun. It's a childhood favorite. As a kid, you definitely can relate to Max. Like, yeah, just let him be with his friends. He doesn't want to go with you, Dad. And then as an adult, you're like, Max, just spend time with your dad.
Yeah.
Just spend time. It's one summer. You've got plenty. So all that said, I'm gonna go for No Way Home. to get my vote.
Yeah. Well, if I would have known it was on here, I could have worn my Powerline shirt because I do have one. But yeah, but the Goofy movie, like, I mean, I don't know if I should do the bad pun. It's kind of a goofy movie, zing. but it's no Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home's great. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I've let people know at nauseum on these shows, and it's just awesome to see all three versions of Spider-Man on the big screen, and especially I love the way that it ends. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but the way that it ends, I think, is the best ending to any Spider-Man movie that I've seen. I'm really excited to see where they go with this. So I'm going to go with No Way Home. JPO, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to rewatch a Goofy movie because people are super high on it. It seems like in this league, and I liked it. I just don't remember like being in love. I love No Way Home, to bits and pieces. So I'm gonna go No Way Home.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's a clean sweep. So Spider-Man No Way Home. Moving on. Let's see what else we got here. We got Jaws. Okay. Going up against Infinity War. So, all right.
All right.
So, with Malcolm.
I think my opinion on Jaws is known. Like I do acknowledge it's a good movie. It's just one that for me doesn't hit me the same as everyone else. So and when it comes to Avengers, I really love Infinity War. I think it is a really good movie, and just bringing in sort of everything from past movies just to sort of wrap up the first sort of comic book story arc of the MCU to a close. It just really worked. So I'm gonna go Infinity War here.
Yeah. Sounds good. Austin.
Yeah, I mean, everybody kind of knows my thoughts. I think Infinity War is vastly superior to the follow-up, and it's one of my favorite MCU movies, just because I think Thanos is like one of the best bad guys, and it's just really good. But Jaws is like a top 10er for me, like really easy, maybe even top 5. Yeah, Jaws is Jaws for me, and it's an all-timer, so I'm gonna go Jaws.
Yeah, sounds good. Jago, what do you think?
Jaws is really great. I was very late to it, so I've only seen it a couple times, but man, it was like it stuck with me. So it's pretty high up on the list. But Infinity War stuck with me even more. Just that ending, especially. I love this movie. It's one of my favorites in the MCU. So I will go with Infinity War.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna kind of echo what Malcolm said, because I've kind of let my thoughts be known about Jaws also, that I do think that it's great. Like, I acknowledge that it's an all-time great movie, but like it just doesn't hit me like the same way everybody else does. Like,
You acknowledge it's an all-time great movie, but it didn't hit
Yeah.
you. I didn't know.
No. Well, I see why other people might think that, 'cause I can kind of have like an open mind and kind of see outside my own viewpoint here, you know. But like for me, like it's just, I don't know, like it just really doesn't do anything. Like it's just like I mean, for a shark movie, it's one of the best of them, or the best of them. But
It's the best movie. There is no there's Jaws and everything else.
But I'm not big on like shark attack movies. That's the thing for me. So I'm gonna go with Infinity War. Yeah, because it's a great way to bring all those characters together and like do it in like a really cool way where there's a lot of humor, a lot of action, and then you see some kind of like some a drama at the end with half of them evaporating into thin air. So yeah, I'll say Infinity War. Jordan, what do you think?
But yeah, pretty much in line with you guys here. Like, respect to Jaws, but my heart and my attachment goes to Avengers. You know, getting all these guys on board for the same movie, that emotional impact. And yeah, I do think it overall, while Endgame has that, of course, emotional ending, as an overall movie, I think Infinity War is actually better. As I agree with that as well. So, just my heart just definitely is more attached to Avengers.
Yeah. Well, Richie.
I feel like the Love for Jaws has to be like a sort of time thing because like I watched it late in life as well, and I do really enjoy it. It could creep on my top one, like my top 128, but yeah, it's really good. But yeah, I maybe don't have the affinity for it as some other people do.
No pun intended, right?
Yeah, but but like Avengers: Infinity War is to me also the best Avengers movie. I think it's fantastic, and yeah, I think Thanos is the best villain. So I'll go Infinity War.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like it's Infinity War. So moving on. All right, but maybe if Josh would have gone up against some other movies, like a Goofy movie or something, it would have gone on. But not
Goofy
here.
movie Jaws, then that'd be crazy. Anyway.
Yeah, right. But we have Batman Returns going up against Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right.
You hit me right in the
Nostalgia
start,
for me here. So yeah.
I like my
Let's start with
superhero movies. What can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll start with Austin.
Yeah, Batman Returns is a very strange movie, especially when you return to it over and over. It's way more interested in the villains and being like a weird freak show circus movie than a Batman movie, which is why I don't click with it too much. It's way lower on my Batman list overall. But yeah, I know it's a favorite here. But yeah, I grew up with the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I still think it's great. It's got some dark stuff in it, but some good fun overall. So. Yeah, I'll go with the Turtles on this one pretty easily.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, it's funny. For all the reasons that it doesn't click with Austin is the reason I love it.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, it's just how movies are for people. But I think I've made it known several times how I feel about the Ninja Turtles. They're very high up on my list, top 20. So the Turtles will get my vote.
Yeah. And for me, these are both movies that I really like. They're like pretty big nostalgia picks for me. But upon rewatch, like I just find so much more to love about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and maybe less to love about Batman Returns. Like they're both great. So this is a tough matchup, but yeah, there's just so many little things that I pick up in the TMNT movie, like all the little subtle, like I know Austin, you did the quote on a different episode of Sam Rockwell talking about Eastman on Laird Island or like whatever it is that whole quote, you know.
Check out the East Warehouse on Lemon Island. Get your answers there.
Yeah, you get your answers there. Yeah. But like I always forget about little subtle things that they throw in there. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Turtles here, and also like I'm a huge Turtle fan. Like if you saw my childhood, there's nothing but Turtles growing up for me. So yeah. Jordan, what do you think?
I'm gonna be the outlier here. Yeah, I have fun with TMNT, but I love the weirdness of Batman Returns. It's the one I think I'm just more interested in. I think it tries something different, and I'm in for it. So I'm gonna go Batman Returns.
Yeah, it sounds good. Richie.
Yeah, man, you hit me right in the childhood here, Jacob. These two movies I grew up on, watched a lot. But yeah, I do think I probably at the end of the day have more of a affinity for Ninja Turtles. I have like this. It's always just it's almost like a guilty pleasure. Like I'll watch, like even I like the Michael Bay one. The second one. The second one's not that great. But I still watch it. I'm looking forward to Seth Rogen's sort of take on it. That's coming out soon. But like this one I watched the original Ninja Turtles recently. I just rewatching them. Still holds up for me, man. It's still very entertaining. And Batman Returns, yeah, I liked it. Yeah, but it's a weird movie. It's not one of my favorite Batmans, but Ninja Turtles probably my favorite Ninja Turtles movie. So I'll go Ninja Turtles.
And I'll also say the best depiction of Casey Jones too for me. Like in this movie when he squares off against Raph, that's a fun time. So, but Malcolm, what do you think?
I think Stephen Amell's Casey Jones is better.
where he has a
Yeah.
mask
He
on for
doesn't
like,
have anything
like
on Chris
Whoa.
Evans.
1
Oh,
minute.
you,
and then
you
he
like the
takes it off.
version where he's like, "Hey guys, I'm Casey Jones." Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh God,
Yeah.
you're wrong. Sorry, Malcolm, you're completely wrong.
I mean, that's fine. I don't mind being wrong. This is actually tough for me because I don't get the love for the '90s Turtles movies at all. I watched them for the first time. It was either last year or the year before. It's not. They're fine. I don't get why people hype them up so much.
Childhood, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, I never grew up
All
with them.
nostalgia.
As I said,
Yeah,
I
that's
watched it for the
the
first
issue.
time last year, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's one of those ones like even if I watched them back then, I'd still think I'll still feel the same as I did the first time I watched them. But it's also hard because Batman Returns is my least favorite of the '90s Batman movies because
Oh.
I enjoy the campiness of Batman and Robin and Batman Forever a little bit more. But that being said, I'm going to go Batman Returns because I still like it more than I do the Turtles.
Yeah. Well, we got some love for Batman Returns, but I think Turtles is going to take it.
Turtles
so.
takes it.
It's weird. You said what I agree with and what I disagree with it within the space of 15 seconds, Malcolm. Like, yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's,
But we have him here for his hot takes. So. Why we love
I
him.
don't have
But-
any hot cakes for you today.
Oh yeah.
oh man, I'm hungry.
Yeah. We have Coraline going against Corpse Bride. It's an interesting matchup.
Oh,
so.
two kind of stop motion-y sort of movies. Yeah.
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 So,
Okay.
Jacob, you're up first here. So.
Yeah, and I'm never gonna question whether the randomizer is actually random again.
Yeah. Yeah. These two.
When I made the bracket and saw that these two were going up against each other, I was like, okay, I take back everything I said to Jordan about the randomizer. Yeah, these are stop motion, kind of darker in tone, but they each have like their light moments. Coraline's definitely a little darker than Corpse Bride. These are really close together on my list. I think the one that I would put in more often is Corpse Bride. So Corpse Bride will get my vote.
Yeah, and for me, I mentioned that I watched two movies for the first time. These are the two that I watched for the very first time. So
We match up together.
yeah, and I thought it'd be fun just to kind of watch like the two kind of similar animated movies that I haven't seen, and they're both really, really good. Like I actually really like both of these. Like I hate to put things in my top 64 so quick too. So we'll see. But they might slowly creep in over time. But if I have to split hairs here and just be a little picky, I'll probably go with Coraline only because Corpse Bride just has too many musical numbers for me that I probably could have done without some of them. So, and also Coraline, I just like the whole world that they create is just like really, really fun and imaginative. I mean, they both are, but I mean, Coraline just kind of gets me a little more, and it gets really dark. Like almost to the point where I want to say like maybe don't show this to anyone under like 5 years old because it can be a little scary. But yeah, so I'm gonna go with Coraline. But Jordan, what do you think?
I'm with you, my fellow Jordan. I like Corpse Bride, but it was very much kind of just okay for me, and not something I revisit much. Coraline, I really dug, man. It sucked me in. It is a little bit for a slightly older kid, not necessarily maybe like a super young kid, but I dug it, man. And maybe it was because there was no music in it. I'll admit that might have helped. But so yeah, I gotta go Coraline by a good mile.
Yeah. Richie.
Well, yeah, I'm on the same wavelength as the Jordans.
You're in trouble.
I think Corpse Bride is great, but yeah, I'm very snub when it comes to even musical numbers, even though Corpse Bride's not really a musical. I don't know, for some reason musicals and movies just take me out of it a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. And Coraline's great. I think this is still a really underrated movie. I think it's fantastic. I love the world they created, like Jordan said. So yeah, I'm gonna go Coraline.
Yeah, sounds good.
Richie, if you don't like musical numbers, you're not gonna like a lot of my list.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, for plugs, I'm going to be on. Anyway.
Yeah, right. Well, Malcolm, what do you think here?
Well, assuming nothing happens that we don't really know, that nothing unexpected interferes with the show, and that's why
Yeah.
every last little thing must go according to plan.
Yep.
But yeah, I've not seen Coraline. All I know is it's
Ooh.
got creepy button eyes. And apparently Jordan's got planned a tournament fights for movies with creepy button eyes in it.
Yeah, right.
But that being said, I really
one
love
movie
Corpse
tournament.
Bride, and like Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter are great in this. Like they have a Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter seem to play sort of husband and wife or sort of in relationship quite a bit, as we might see in another movie that's maybe coming up on on Jacob's list. But yeah, my vote's going to go to Corpse Bride.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah. Corpse Bride. I only saw it once. It's okay. That stuff doesn't click with me as hard. Even Nightmare Before Christmas is all right. I don't watch it a lot. Coraline's really unique and a cool approach. And yeah, I really like the world they set up and kind of the animation style and what they're going for there. So and yeah, it almost plays like a weird horror movie at some point. So yeah, I'll go Coraline.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to be Coraline's?
Coraline.
Moving on. So yeah, sounds good. Up next we have The Lion King going up against The Empire Strikes Back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, man. And I'm up first, huh?
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Man, The Empire Strikes Back is in my top 3 favorite Star Wars movies. Not my favorite, but it's top 3. And The Lion King has my favorite song with the Circle of Light. And that's tough. I think that I got to give it to The Lion King. Like, I never thought that pick an animated movie over Star Wars, but hey, why not? It's a tournament fight. Anything's possible. So we'll go with The Lion King. Jordan?
Yeah, this is the toughest one for me so far. Big loves of mine. This might be my favorite Star Wars, though, so I can't vote against it. I'm going to go Empire.
Yeah, makes sense. Richie?
Yeah, I'm going to be a hypocrite here because I said, sometimes songs, musical numbers and songs take me out of it, but I love Lion King. It's probably just it's probably a nostalgia thing. It's like literally my first movie I think I watched in a cinema, so I've got that sort of emotional connection to it. But yeah, Empire is one of my favorite Star Wars movies, so it's my favorite Star Wars movie. So look, it's like 6 and 1, half a dozen of the other. I will go Lion King.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
So I looked at my personal top 100 to see sort of where they lie for me. And there's literally only one movie between these two movies on my head. So it's literally that tough for me. But ultimately, I'm going to have to go Lion King on this. I like Empire Strikes Back, May the 4th be with you and all that. But The Lion King is great. James Earl Jones will move on either way.
Yep. True that. Yeah. But Austin, what do you think?
Lion King is great, but Beauty and the Beast is better, right, Jacob? I go Empire.
No, but you're on a good wavelength here for a bit. We vibe, and then you just say that.
Yeah, something like that. But
it's just an inside joke going all the way back to our first Battleground match. I had to argue against Lion King, and he had to argue against Beauty and the Beast. Those were our picks of the Disney Renaissance era. So yeah, we had to argue against each other.
Hardest thing I've ever had to do was argue against Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, right.
Jacob?
I would have voted for Empire anyways, but that's just
right.
Whatever. But anyways.
Malcolm, you say there's one movie between these on your list. There's no movie between these on my list. They are right next to each other.
Randomizer strikes again. It strikes back, right?
And this is 5 and 6, and the margin between 5 and 6 for me is like razor thin. I go back and forth. Like it's my favorite animated movie, my favorite Star Wars movie. Like these could flip flop anytime. The Lion King.
Ooh, the Lion King takes it then.
Lion King takes it. Yep.
All right. Could be an upset, maybe. I'm not sure, but we'll see.
That's a finals matchup in some.
Yeah, right. Some brackets, yeah. Ooh, we got Inception going up against A Quiet Place. Okay. All right.
All right, Mr. Owens.
Yeah, Jordan.
Oh no! Damn, this is one I would like to hear other people talk about it first. I like these two a lot. This is another one that's really hard for me. I think maybe just based on like emotion and rewatches, I'm gonna go A Quiet Place.
Yeah, sounds good. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, it's hard for me too. I love Quiet Place. I think it's really cool. But I really love Inception. I think this is the last sort of great movie that I liked of like Nolan until I feel like it went a bit too pretentious for me. But
yeah, Tenet, anyone? Yeah, fucking Jesus.
but like Inception, I think Inception's great. I think when it comes to rewatchability, I rewatch Inception more, so I'll go Inception.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think? I think you're muted.
I was intentionally muted because
Quiet, I get you.
Because that's what you're known for, right?
But yeah, I'm going to vote for A Quiet Place. But because I
I get what you were going for. A Quiet Place. I see what you did there.
But yeah, I mean, I do like Inception, but I just think A Quiet Place for what it did when it first came out, and like it's just one of those ones that you actually hear the hush in the movie theater. Like everyone doesn't really talk, which is a relief.
Yeah. Yep. Well, Austin, what do you think here?
I've only gone back to A Quiet Place once. I think it kind of loses its luster after you see it one time. I don't think it has a whole lot of rewatchability just for me personally. On the other hand, I've seen Inception probably a dozen times and can get something kind of new out of it each time. So I'm going to roll with Inception.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I really enjoyed A Quiet Place. It was a great theater experience. And then I liked the rewatch at home, but it was probably because who I watched it with hadn't seen it, and so I think that just added to it, like seeing their reaction and but Inception is great. I think the performances are great, the action is great, just everything about this movie is great, and the cast is stacked. I love this cast. I will go with Inception here.
Yeah, this one's tough for me. Like, these are both great movies. I do kind of like the matchup here because The Quiet Place, you got to be like dead silent for, and you have Inception, which is like really, really loud, especially that like the wah scene when they're going off the bridge. Like, yeah, so they're kind of like opposites there. But I think though the movie that I've gone back to actually is A Quiet Place, and it was one of the most unique experiences I ever had in the theater. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go Quiet Place.
Well, with our 6-person panel, we have our first tie, so it goes to Mr. Owens for the tiebreaker.
Woohoo!
Mm-hmm. What are you gonna do?
The vote goes to A Quiet Place.
Oh, okay.
What?
Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place.
Oh.
Oh, you just got eaten. Damn, you're too loud.
My freaking ears.
I'm under the waterfall. I'm okay.
Yeah, you should have stood by the waterfall.
Yeah. But up next, we have The Wizard of Oz up against Toy Story. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So,
all right, Richie.
Stupid
I,
random movie.
I mean, yeah. I know you said, Jacob, that I wouldn't like the rest of your list because of musicals, but you so far that's come up, like the ones that have musicals in it, I like. So, hey, I like Wizard of Oz. So, but Toy Story, I champion Toy Story all the time. It's just such a revolutionary movie when it came out. First sort of CGI movie, and it still holds up. The chemistry between, just Tom Hanks and Tim Allen. I think it's one of the few things I like Tim Allen is Buzz Lightyear. I feel like he is Buzz Lightyear. It's sort of jarring when you see Chris Evans as Lightyear in a new thing. It's like I understand when they did it, but yeah, to me Tim Allen is Buzz Lightyear. But yeah, like this, I feel like I gotta go Toy Story here because Toy Story is just I just love it so much. But it was great as well.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, Toy Story is good in that. But Wizard of Oz is very nostalgic to me. Like growing up, this is the one that I would watch constantly. And like there's even home videos of me watching it with my cousins at my nana's. So it's one of those ones that holds a special place in my heart. So I'm gonna go Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, sounds good.
I think that's on the Paul quote. Toy Story is good in that, Malcolm Lee.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, Wizard of Oz. Don't get me wrong, it's great. I enjoy it very much. I've seen it in a theater with my mom actually around Mother's Day. They put it in a theater and we went and saw it. Had a good time. But yeah, I saw Toy Story when it came out. Still remember seeing it when it came out. Definitely watched the shit out of it on VHS, like a lot of people did. So yeah, it's one of my old school kind of movies I watched a lot as a kid. So I'll go with Toy Story.
Yeah, Jacob.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Toy Story as well. I think The Wizard of Oz is a lot of fun. I think the musical numbers are all great. But Toy Story is just that it's that movie that brings me back to my childhood. It's that and The Lion King and a couple others that will come up on the list. But Toy Story was one of the first movies that I saw in the theaters as a little 5-year-old. And yeah, I've loved it ever since then. 27 years later, I'm still watching it. It's that great. Toy Story.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's tough because you got The Wizard of Oz, a movie from the 30s that actually still holds up really well to this day. So, yeah, like it stood the test of time. But like Toy Story just blew me away when I first saw it because I'd seen a few things in like 3D animation before that, but this was like the first big budget kind of full length animation thing that may have been ever released. I'm not 100% sure. There may have been something prior to that, but yeah, like Toy Story is great, and just watching this has me really hyped for the Buzz Lightyear movie coming up this year because the reviews at a CinemaCon, they showed the first 20 minutes and I've heard that there wasn't a dry eye in the house, like a lot of emotional stuff there. But yeah, so I'm gonna go with Toy Story, but it's a lot closer than I would have thought. So yeah. Jordan.
It's not that close for me. I'm more of a Return to Oz guy with Veruza Balk, so I'm gonna go Toy Story.
Yeah, sure. Well,
yes, Return to Oz that made Vulture's top 30 sequels of all time.
Really?
Top 30. Wow. Well,
also, they obviously haven't seen our shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I post something on my Facebook. I posted a post that Letterboxd did of Vulture's 101 movie sequels. You're probably going to get really annoyed with this a lot because Fury Road is above Godfather Part 2. That's how bad it is.
Though.
My personal list.
That could be wrong,
that is
but
correct.
it's not super wrong.
Yeah, but yeah. But
Some
up
people
next,
rate Shawshank 3 stars. You just can't have it every way, Malcolm.
Yep, right.
I like to put Big Mama's House 2 ahead of Godfather 2. That's more egregious.
Yeah, that one would be way more. Yeah, but We have Argo going up against Grind. Okay. All right. The movie that's very hard to find. Like this would have been my third watch, but for some reason you can't find Grind anywhere. Like I don't know, like where you find this movie. So yeah. But Malcolm, you're up first.
Is Grind a skateboarding movie or something?
Yes.
Yep, that would be it.
It's a skateboarding road trip movie that features Bam Margera in the third act. So there you go. Yeah.
I've heard of Grind because I know Rachel Silver-Srini really likes this movie. And that
Name drop.
but I just haven't seen it.
Celebrities.
But I'm going to go for Argo.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin, what do you think?
I might be one of the few people on the thing with Jacob who's seen Grind. I saw it in the theaters opening weekend, so I have seen Grind, and it has the guy Vince Valou from Rat Race, the guy who pierces his tongue. He's like one of the main guys. Bam Margera shows up in it. I mean, I don't remember a lot of it. I do remember that it was okay, but it ain't Argo. Argo's great. Sorry, Jacob. Grind's fun, but it ain't Argo. So I'll definitely go Argo. And by the way, Grind is on Tubi and on IMDb TV on Prime, so it is available with ads.
Well, Jacob, what do you think?
Oh, this is easily Grind for me. I like Argo a lot. Obviously, it's on the list. But Grind, like, it was a movie that me and my brothers and my dad watched a lot as a teenager. And then when I was able to find it at this like local store here where I live, like I jumped on it right away. Like, I didn't care how much it cost, which is weird because the price is on there. So I don't know why that was a problem for me. It's a lot of fun. It's something that my family and I connected on a lot. So for those reasons, I'm going to go with Grind.
Yeah. And I actually have seen Grind, but it's been a long time, and so I was trying to find it for a rewatch. But and like this one, actually, like surprisingly enough, it's kind of tough for me because like Argo, I mean, it's great for what it is. I mean, but and it does build the tension really, really well for like what it depicts with the hostage situation and all that stuff, and I appreciate that. A type of thing, but for me, like, it's hard to make it a Jordan movie if you're moving that slow, kind of thing, kind of like Jaws. Like it's great, but it moves so slow. Maybe if it would have picked up the pace a little bit, then I would enjoy it a little more. I mean, it does in the third act, but so I think I'm gonna go Grind here too. I mean, I remember it being a lot of fun. I've only seen it once, and it's been a long time, but I still think I'm gonna go Grind. So, Jordan.
Never seen Grind. I don't think so. If I did, it was a long time ago. So I gotta go with Argo. My boy Ben knows how to direct a good movie. Affleck.
Yeah. Well, Richie.
Yeah, I haven't seen Grind. Didn't know it was a thing until it's popped up. Didn't know it existed. So so for that reason, I will vote for Argo. Fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right.
That was aggressive.
Talking about great pull quotes. Jordan Anderson's pull quote would be "Good movie, move so slow, but good movie."
Yeah, right. Good movie, way too slow. Yeah, but yeah, but I think Argo it is. So yeah, moving on. Okay, let's see. We have Power Rangers the movie.
Yeah.
I have some love here on the panel for that. Going up against Hugo.
I feel like I've gone on a time machine. Like I'm a kid.
Yeah. Well, Austin, I know you're a big Power Rangers fan, so you're first.
Oh yeah. I it was on my guilty pleasure list. I love the Power Rangers movie. Not so much Turbo Power Rangers movie, but this '95 Power Rangers movie is a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm a big old school Power Rangers fan. I might have voted for Hugo, Jacob, if I had watched it, doing my rewatch yet for our upcoming episode on Saturday, but I haven't watched it yet. So I saw it in the theater. I have seen it. I just, I haven't. I was rewatching Iron Giant today, so that was my one for today. So I'm pacing them out, but yeah, I didn't get to Hugo yet. So sorry, my vote's going to go to the Power Rangers.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Oh, no need to be sorry. Yeah, so Toy Story was one of the first movies I saw in theaters. This was the other one. I don't remember which one came out first. I'm very bad with like release dates when it comes to months.
They're both 95, so I would have to look up the
I
exact
just don't know
release
which
date.
one came out first in the year. I want to say it was this one. Big Power Rangers fan as a kid. So yeah, very nostalgia heavy pick. But still a lot of entertaining moments. Absolutely. But Hugo was
Power Rangers came out June. Toy Story was November.
Okay.
So
this
so
was
Power Rangers was a big summer
the very
movie.
first movie I saw in theaters was Power Rangers. Hugo was actually a first time watch last year, and man, it was just so good. I absolutely loved it. I loved everything about it. Ben Kingsley, the kid whose name I can't remember, Asa Butterfield. Asa, whatever. Sacha Baron Cohen is a lot of fun in this movie. Chloe Grace Moretz, like I think the cast in this movie just all deliver. And I really enjoyed like the filmmaking aspect of it, like when it focused on that, like it grabbed my attention. I wish there was more of that. Like I kind of want like a spin-off of just Ben Kingsley making movies. Like I would love to see that. So Hugo is gonna get my vote, but I'm very disappointed that I have to choose.
Yeah. Yeah, like these are both great movies. Hugo's one that I was really surprised by. It almost seems like an animated movie. I know it's not, but it kind of has that kind of vibe and like feel for me. But I mean, I also grew up a huge Power Rangers fan. I've actually met every single actor that's depicted there, except for Thuy Trang. Obviously, she passed away, the Yellow Ranger. But and I got to hang out with Jason David Frank for like an hour at like a private meet and greet at a Comic-Con, so that was cool. But so yeah, I'm a big Power Rangers fan. I think Hugo's great, but I mean, I have more love for the Power Rangers, so I got to go Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movies. So yeah. Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, nostalgic for Power Rangers as well. Big watch as a kid. Love the green/white Ranger saga. I also met
VHS.
Jason at a Comic-Con. But I'm gonna go for the better movie, which is Hugo. Really nice love letter to Hollywood here. As you said, some really good performances from kid actors to Kingsley and Cohen. Cohen's a lot of fun. So yeah, I gotta go Hugo. My heart definitely goes to that as far as movie wise.
Yeah, sounds good. Richie?
Yeah, I love Power Rangers. I mean, it's one of my first favorite show growing up. Also one of the first movies I watched. I might have watched this before Lion King. Now I think about it, obviously because it came out earlier. I think Power Rangers is fantastic. I feel like I think of Power Rangers the same way I think of the new Mortal Kombat. Is the storyline dumb? Yes. Is the acting, for the most part, not great? Yes. Is it everything I wanted in a Power Rangers movie? Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
And Amy Jo Johnson was my first crush. I was like, man, she's on.
Yep.
And Hugo's great, but I don't know. I have to go nostalgia on this one, and go Power Rangers.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the second Pink Ranger, Richie Cat, the Australian chick. She was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even more so than Amy Jo Johnson for me. Yeah, but Malcolm, what do you think?
I've not seen either of these movies. For the longest time, Power Rangers was banned from being screened in New Zealand, despite the fact a lot of the later seasons was filmed in New Zealand, but it was still banned from being screened. I think it officially the ban they lifted the ban in 2011 or something like that. But I did start watching the series when they were on Netflix. But since it's been taken off, I'm gonna go vote for Hugo to spite Power Rangers for filming but not screening in New Zealand.
All right.
Why was it banned in New Zealand in the first place?
Violence, stuff.
Okay.
Violence. Did you
Okay.
guys never get Scorsese?
Weird.
What?
I like Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
Clockwork Orange.
Well, violence is pretty fake, but yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're tame.
Honestly, I've got no idea why it was banned in the first place. I think violence and stuff was part of it. I don't think that was the only reason why, but
Maybe it's like teaching kids violent stuff. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I know that, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways,
Well,
having
it's
said
fine,
that, as Malcolm would say, having said that, we have a tie, and it goes to Richie. So yeah.
Richie, what do you want to do?
I have to. I like Hugo. I'm gonna, but you saw me pop when Power Rangers came up, so I have to go nostalgia here. I'm not going to change my vote. I'm going to go Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, Malcolm,
Well,
you can go watch the infamously banned movie Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie on HBO Max. So go
Yeah.
on.
It's on Disney Plus for me. As I said, the ban
okay.
is now lifted. So.
That's right. Y'all got weird stuff on Disney Plus over there. That's like not even Disney shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird stuff.
Well, funny enough, a lot of the consensus here seems to be going against the man of the hour, Jacob, what he's voting for. So it's kind of interesting so far.
That's tournament fights.
Yeah.
That's when you have a panel.
Yeah, I hate that movie. Why is that movie going?
Yeah,
first?
right. You hate it.
I know. That movie's terrible. Jesus.
About it? Yeah, right.
Mhm.
But we have The Princess Bride up against The Dark Knight. All right.
Two movies that show up all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like the
Yep.
two movies that
Yeah.
show up.
Yeah, they show up.
Yeah, these show up too
Show up
much.
a lot.
Skip this round.
Yeah. We'll
Mhm.
skip it. So no
Jacob?
advances. Yeah. No.
Oh, you guys can skip it after my vote if you want.
you
For the longest time, The Dark Knight was my favorite superhero movie. It's since been surpassed by another one. But the Princess Bride is in my top 10. I think it's just all around great. Action, romance, comedy. It's Andre the Giant. It's just got like if you want something in a movie, The Princess Bride probably has it. I'm gonna go with The Princess Bride here, but man, this one's tough.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a pretty good job tonight, Jacob, of picking movies that I wouldn't think that I have a hard time deciding between, but I'm having a really hard time, like almost every round. So, let's see. Probably only it's my only reason that I can justify this is that I like the Batman Begins better than The Dark Knight, and so I'm going to vote for The Princess Bride. And you're right, like it has something for everyone. It has that like action and adventure, a love story, comedy, and some kind of scary elements in it too. So yeah, it's got it all.
The greatest Billy Crystal cameo ever.
Right? Yeah. So The Princess Bride for me, yeah. Jordan?
Yeah, this is a toughie for sure. Got so much love for The Princess Bride, but Dark Knight was voted my favorite movie here on Tournament Fights, and it kind of is. So I gotta go Dark Knight.
Yeah, that's right. So it's already 1-1. So why does it have to move on? God, keep the same energy, guys, for all of us.
Yeah, right.
Keep that same energy. Shout out to whatever her face is.
Well, Richie?
Yeah, I don't have the affinity for Princess Bride as a lot of people do. I think it's good, but it wouldn't kind of crack my top 128. It's a good movie, but Dark Knight is still one of the best Batman movies around. It's probably toss up now between that and the new one. But I'm going to go Dark Knight.
And we'll just say, if a movie is widely considered to be a good movie, we're going to see it a lot on this show. It's like it's just a thing that's going to happen. So,
Yeah.
but Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, Batman Begins is easily my favorite Batman movie of all time. Even after seeing the new one, but with this being said, out of these two, I'll have to give the edge slightly to the Dark Knight. I do enjoy it. Just like Richie, I don't have the same nostalgia for the Princess Bride as others do. So
Yeah. Well, Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, Princess Bride is fine. I personally think it's one of the more overrated movies of all time. I've never clicked with it that much. I think it's got good moments, but I've even seen it in the theater and it was still kind of underwhelmed. So yeah, I'll go Dark Knight on this one.
Sure, yeah. Well, the Dark Knight it is. So. All right. Then up next we have Kiki's Delivery Service, huh? All right. Going up against Young Frankenstein. All right.
It's Frankenstein.
This one's pretty easy for me. Like, for whatever reason, a lot of my circle of friends, even people that I've dated that have been pretty big into a lot of these anime movies, the Studio Ghibli ones, and in particular. So, I mean, I have seen Kiki's a Delivery Service, but those movies aren't really my cup of tea and not really my bag. So, but I do. There's a couple of them that I do like, but especially I'll shout out Grave of the Fireflies. That's one I really like. That's a Studio Ghibli one. But I got to go with Young Frankenstein here, just because the movie I didn't think that I would like, and I was really blown away by it, and I'm laughing a lot more than I thought I would. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Young Frankenstein. Jordan, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely Young Frankenstein. Mostly because I never saw Kiki nor her delivering anything.
Yeah.
Were you out of town then when she delivered you, man?
I was, and it was left in the rain, and it got wet, and that's not very good delivering service. So,
3-star review, right? But Richie?
Yeah, Studio Ghibli movies are like there's a lot of blind spots to me. I'm slowly getting through them, but I haven't watched Kiki's Delivery Service yet. Yeah, like I think recently watched My Neighbor Totoro and I really like that. So I'm thinking I probably like Kiki's Delivery Service. But young Frankenstein, what do you want to call it, is one of the it's a really good movie. It still holds up. So I'm gonna go Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. That one. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
I do like Young Frankenstein. I think it's good, but I really do love Kiki's Delivery Service. Ever since all the Ghibli movies were put onto Netflix for me, I went through a binge. I mean, I was watching a lot of them last year, and Kiki's Delivery Service is just so good. So I'm going to give my vote to Kiki's.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, never been an anime fan, never been a Studio Ghibli fan, so this one's easy. Young Frankenstein.
Yep. Well, Jacob, did you vote already?
I haven't voted.
No, okay.
No, I love Studio Ghibli. I got a lot of their movies on my shelf over here. I too went through a binge where I like just watched one after another. And Kiki's Delivery Service is one of my favorites. It's not the only one you'll see on the list. There are a couple others. But Young Frankenstein is like one of my favorite comedies of all time. I think it's just hilarious. I think Gene Wilder is fantastic. Much love to Kiki, but Young Frankenstein is going to get my vote here.
Yeah. Well, Young Frankenstein, it is. But the Studio Ghibli movies, I will say, as far as animated movies go, they're some of the most popular in the world. So, I mean, they're popular for a reason. But moving on, we got X-Men: Days of Future Past going up against Hell or High Water. So, Jordan, you're up first.
oh no.
Yes.
No, I love both of these. Days of Future Past was great. Love seeing the cast merge, the classic comic storyline brought to life. But you know what, guys? And I know no one's ever thought about this on tournament fights. Do we talk enough about Hell or High Water? I feel like we've talked enough about Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
Let's
Hell or
go
High
Hell
Water
or
did-
High Water.
Hell or High Water did very well in our Oscars tournament when it was the years that it was featured. It made it very far. I think it made it to like the final four. It got its due on there.
Well, watch me get outvoted now. Hell or High Water.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to get outvoted. You're not going to get outvoted from me because I mean I love Days of Future Past. I'm not sure it's between that and First Class as what's the better X-Men movie for me. I go back and forth on it, but Hell or High Water, I think, even though maybe it did go far in the Oscar tournament, I think people don't champion this movie enough. I think this movie's fantastic. I don't know how Ben Foster's still underrated as an actor. He's so fucking good in this movie.
Yeah. He's more leading roles. Ben Foster, come on.
Yeah, he's so good. It's one of Chris Pine's best performances. So yeah, it's a great modern western. So I'm gonna go Hell or High Water.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you've got what is arguably the best Ben Foster movie against the best X-Men movie. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to go X-Men Days of Future Past because I don't have the same love for Hell or High Water. I do like the movie. I think it is good. I just think X-Men Days of Future Past is better.
Yeah. Well, Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, First Class is my favorite X-Men movie. I do like Days of Future Past. But yeah, I'm a big Western guy, become a big Western guy probably in the last like 5 or 10 years. And this is a great modern one, and probably one of the best modern ones of the last 10 years. So I'll throw some love to Hell or High Water.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Hell or High Water as well. I think the performances in it are fantastic. I do like Days of Future Past. I think seeing the casts together is really cool. A lot of fun. But man, Hell or High Water is just it's great. Like I go back and forth with 2016. Like what's my favorite movie from that year? There's this. Like I think that whole crop of Best Picture nominations from 2016, from top to bottom, is just outstanding. And this is like towards the top for me. Hell or High Water.
Yeah, these two are like neck and neck for me. These are really good movies, both of them. And I think probably my mistake was going into these movies with way too high of expectation. I've been trying not to do that so much recently, but because I went in to see Hell or High Water expecting a 10 out of 10 because everyone was just hyping this movie up, and it's more like an 8 out of 10 for me. But I mean, like, still really, really solid. But Days of Future Past probably was more like a 9 out of 10 for me. So just by a small margin, I got to go with Days of Future Past, I think. But even with that, Hell or High Water will be advancing. So moving on.
It was an
and,
X-Men.
and John Roker was great in this movie. Anyway,
Yeah.
It was an X-Men movie versus a movie featuring a guy who played an X-Men and the original trilogy, because Ben Foster was Angel.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. But
why was he not in Days of Future Past?
Yeah, right.
Maybe they didn't want to include anyone from The Last Stand in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Random characters that never came back, Nightcrawler and some of those, but yeah. But
Alan Cumming was like, "This makeup's too hard. Fuck this."
Yeah, but we have Aliens going up against my
easy.
Totoro. Got another Studio Ghibli movie in here, so yeah. See who's first now?
Richie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
If I don't make it back in time, I never saw Totoro.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
That doesn't mean anything on the show.
Yeah. Anyway,
We never picked one. Yeah.
I wonder where Austin's going to slide. I think he's a bit of a fence sitter. No. Look,
He'll surprise us.
Like I said before, I watched My Neighbor Totoro recently. I was kind of I really enjoyed it. It spurred me to go watch more Studio Ghibli movies. However, I can't go past Aliens. I think it's one of the best sci-fi movies ever made. So I will go Aliens.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I really do love Aliens. I think it probably is one of the better Alien movies in the franchise. I still have to finish watching the franchise. I think I've got about 2 left that have been made. But because I'm pretty sure I know where this is going to go, I'm going to give some love to My Neighbor Totoro because Ghibli doesn't get a lot of love in tournament fights. So I want to give some love to them when I can because the Ghibli movies are really good. I mean, they're animated movies. They're not directly aimed to kids, but
Yeah. For sure, Austin. What do you think?
Do you really need to ask me? Just put down my
No.
vote for Alien.
Well, officially, yes. We need to ask.
Officially, yeah. Officially,
We'll just
Aliens
ask
is the
you.
greatest. Officially, Aliens is the greatest movie of all time. Does that answer your question?
Sure, yeah. Yeah. Well, Jacob.
I hate to disappoint Austin because I really do enjoy Aliens. Obviously, it's on my top 128. But I've only seen it. I've only seen it one time actually, and for me to see a movie one time and to put it that high up on my list, speaks volumes to how good the movie is. But My Neighbor Totoro is one that I've gone back to several times. I get more enjoyment out of it personally. I think it's got a great rewatchability factor to it. The animation is stunning, as is most Studio Ghibli movies. So My Neighbor Totoro is going to get my vote.
Yeah. A lot of people that I know that say that my neighbor Totoro is their favorite Studio Ghibli movie. I know several people who would say it's their favorite, but I mean I'm not going to pick it over Aliens. Like it's not even the same ballpark as Aliens for me. Like Aliens is just way better. So I'm going to go Aliens.
And Jordan would have gone with Aliens, I think, because he
It was on Aliens, so yeah.
I think so. He never officially said. He just said he hadn't
And
seen
it's not
it.
what he said, but
Yeah, we're gonna assume it. So, yeah, so it'll be Aliens, but with the Muppet Movie, the original one, it says original right there. So
yeah, the original.
well, one is just called The Muppets, the other's called The Muppet Movie. So.
Okay, yeah, there you go. But I was going up against Coach Carter, so we'll start with Malcolm, right? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think here?
Yeah. I think there's a bit of, there's an echo somewhere.
You've got an echo.
Going on. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that Muppet movie. Like you're in a baseball stadium.
Yeah, right.
In a baseball stadium, just like Coach Carter. But anyway,
or basketball arena. Yeah.
Oh, basketball.
I haven't seen Coach Carter. I don't know what sport it's about.
Yeah,
it's small. It looks like a baseball from a distance. But
sports with balls. Yeah,
but anyway, the Muppets are great. I think the Muppet Movie is probably one of the best Muppet movies around. So I'm going to go the Muppet Movie.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
Did you guys cast my vote for Totoro?
Yeah.
See, it would be the tie.
Yeah.
I'll say Coach Carter because, goddamn it, he's not your teacher. He's your motherfucking basketball coach, Coach Carter.
Yeah. There you go.
Basketball coach.
You put that as the tagline for the movie. He's not your teacher, he's a motherfucking basketball coach. Yeah.
I don't think that's the exact quote, but I'm pretty sure it was almost accurate.
Yeah, right.
Get your motherfucking balls out of my motherfucking court.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, this is a PG-13 movie, and so there is allowance for one F word, and I think that would have been the perfect place to insert it, but they didn't do that.
That's
Yeah,
That's not my dog for once. Anyway.
Hey, Don't worry, I'm sure your dogs will make an appearance at some point, Richie.
Yeah.
I've actually I've shut the door, so like they probably won't go out. And, yeah, they're pretty.
Okay.
It's all good.
Yeah, I love Coach Carter. I talked about it on the sports, the basketball episode, and then the sports episode. I think it's the best basketball movie in my opinion. I think it's really great, but the Muppet movie, like it's just a lot of fun, and I'm entertained every time I watch it. And to be honest, the Rainbow Connection is one of the best songs like ever.
Mhm.
And if you haven't heard Weezer, and I believe it's Haley Williams' version of Rainbow Connection, I highly recommend listening to it because it
Check it out.
is really good.
Yeah. Well, Coach Carter's great. Like I have a lot of love for that movie, but usually I wouldn't vote for a Muppet movie, but besides the Muppet Christmas Carol, I think this is the next best one. So, and I have a lot of love for it. I think the music's great. I think that the vibe, the whole like road trip vibe that they have in this movie is a lot of fun. So I'm gonna vote for the Muppet movie. Yeah. And like weirdly enough, I'm like kind of weirdly excited to see the Muppets. They're on that show Holy Moly now. It's like a permanent thing. They're going to be on every episode of that ABC show Holy Moly with Rob Riggle. But so it'll be kind of interesting to see what happens there. But
guys, the ratings are going down. We need the Muppets. All right.
Yeah.
That's how that pitch probably went.
Yeah, exactly.
I like Coach Carter. I mean, it doesn't pop to my mind when I think of sports movies. But I'm gonna go with Muppets. They're a lot of fun. Still hold nostalgia to this day. Like when you said that, I'm slightly more interested in Holy Moly now. I'll admit it because I do have some love for the Muppets. So let's go with the Muppets.
Yeah. Sounds good. Richie?
Yeah, it was a soft spot for the Muppets again because childhood. I feel like it's just all my full memories being flooded back to me through this joke. But like Coach Carter's a really good basketball movie. It's probably one of the better basketball movies for me. But maybe it's no White Man Can't Jump, but it's up there as a good as one of the better basketball movies, in my opinion. And yeah, it's one of the first times I just think it's sort of Channing Tatum, and he like plays a small role in this movie. But I don't know. I can't. Maybe it's just nostalgia talking again. I'll probably need to go back and watch. I might go back and watch my movie and have a different opinion. Might think it sucks, but for now, in my mind, Muppet Movie is a good movie, so I'll go Muppet Movie.
Yeah, sounds good. So Muppet Movie it is. So moving on. All right, moving on. But yep, exactly. But we have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse going up against Blind Spotting. Ooh, oh my. Jacob, why you got to do this to us? Come on, man. So Austin, you're first.
Yeah, Jacob, I know I promised you I'm gonna watch Spider-Verse again before Saturday. I will, but as of right now, Blind Spotting, when I rewatched it for the first time this year, didn't give me a migraine, so I'll go with Blind Spotting.
Well, what do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, this one is close. Like these are two movies that are very high up on my list. I'm talking top 30.
Yeah.
I think Spider-Verse is incredible. It's my favorite Spider-Man movie, although with time it could change. No Way Home has slowly been creeping up there, but Blind Spotting, like the first time I watched it, I was just blown away. That final scene when they're in like the basement or whatever.
Yeah.
And that rap, like, oh my goodness. I went and like checked out that scene again on YouTube, like as soon as I was done watching it. And then I got the Blu-ray, so I didn't have to do it. I could just rewind it. Like I think this movie it gets better every time I watch it. I can't say enough good things about it. I'm gonna go Blind Spotting here.
Yeah. And this one's kind of tough, but like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, it's probably up there in like top like 3 Spider-Man movies. It's not my number one like a lot of people put it at, but it is really, really good. But man, when I saw Blind Spotting for the first time, like that movie blew me away. That movie is so good. and it's really underrated. A lot of people haven't seen it, and it's actually Henry Sanchez that turned me on to it, and it was just so good. Like the relationship between David Diggs and Rafael Casal, it's just really solid. Then it has some of the racial stuff in there, but it doesn't beat you over the head with it. Like it just kind of subtly kind of puts it in at the perfect moments that it's just like so good. Apparently there's a TV series. I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's any good, but I know that David Diggs, he's killing it on the what's the series about the train?
Snowpiercer.
Yeah, Snowpiercer. Yeah, he's doing really solid on that show. But so yeah, I got to go with Blind Spotting because one of those movies. After I saw it one time for the first time, it was in my top 10 of all time. Like it was that good for me. So I got to go Blind Spotting. Jordan.
I like where this is headed. I love Spider-Verse. Very excited for the next two. Spider-Pig all the way. But I gotta go Blind Spotting, man. I think this film was really special. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, sounds good. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen Blind Spotting yet, so I might have to get around to that.
God damn it, Richard.
Damn it.
The heck, Richie.
I know. Well, I'm sorry to ruin everything. Okay, just shut up. Okay.
We're in our flow.
About like Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse, I really love the movie. Really, it puts me away. I love the animation style. I love the soundtrack. I'm looking forward to the next one. I didn't think it would be anywhere near as good as it turned out to be. So I'm going to go Spider-Man to the Spider.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
It's like Richie. I thought I was going to be the one that ruins everything, but Blind Spotting is one of my blind spots as well.
Ooh.
I'll probably get around to seeing it. But it's one of those. I have actually seen a TV series of this, and it is really good. Like it's made from a lot of the same the people who made the movie, and that. So it does keep that same vibe in the series. And I believe there is a season 2 of Blind Spotting coming this year. So, but that being said, I am going to vote for Spider-Man and Spider-Verse. I really do love the movie. I think it's really good. So yeah.
Yeah. So what are the votes
Blind
at?
Spotting pulls it 4-2.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure if it was a tie. So yeah, Blind Spotting it is. All right, so that'll be the end of that side. So moving on. Not too bad on the time. Let's see.
Honestly, I'm surprised there hasn't been a lot of ties.
Yeah, right. There hasn't been.
Yeah, we've only had
2?
We've only had 2 ties so far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll have more in this round. Sometimes when it gets a little more contentious, we'll
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We have Wind River going up against the Wrestler.
Ooh.
All right.
All right, Jacob, you got to go first on your own. So there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. It's funny when I re-looked at my list, I thought the Wrestler would be higher than Wind River, but it wasn't. And then I got to thinking about it, and yes, I really enjoy the Wrestler. I think Mickey Rourke is incredible. I think Marissa Tomei is incredible, and just all the wrestling scenes I think are really good, and just kind of seeing Randy try to make a comeback. I don't know, like he's just whatever. But like Wind River, Elizabeth Olsen's performance in this movie blew me away. I thought she was fantastic. I had to argue in the battleground what I thought the best performance from best female performance from 2017 was. 2017, and I chose this one. Like I didn't even have to think twice. Like I think she's incredible. I think the story is great. I love this movie. It gets better every time I watch it. And probably having to watch it for Battleground made it go up higher. So Wind River is going to get my vote.
Well, I haven't seen Wind River, and there's actually one that kind of fell off my radar. I totally forgot about this because when it came out, it is one that that I was kind of excited to see, but then I just got busy, forgot about it, and I never went to try to find it, which I need to now. Thanks for reminding me
On Tubi.
about this movie. So yeah, I need to go see it. So I got to give my vote to The Wrestler, but The Wrestler probably would beat out a lot of movies on this tournament. This movie is really, really good. Like it's really emotional and just like it's a really cool story about wrestling. Probably the best wrestling movie ever made. I would say so. I'm gonna
Ready to Rumble exists.
Yeah, Russell.
What's the
Russell
movie?
Made-
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Wrestle
Russell Made-
Madness. Wrestle Madness.
Yeah,
Come on now.
Yeah,
Russell
Wrestling
Made-
dog.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with The Wrestler. Yeah. Jordan.
Yeah, Wind River is really good. I do highly suggest it as well. Is that the same year as Hell or High Water?
It's the year after. I
I
believe.
think so.
It's the year
Or
after.
something. It's
Okay.
close. Yeah, close.
Yeah,
I
Wind
just
River
remember I just
2017.
remember kind of getting the same vibe from both of them as far as like I just thought they were really good, like nice gritty tales. It was some good performances in there, Renner, Olsen. But yeah, and even Berthal to a small degree. But the rest are really kind of, obviously I'm in that field. So that movie I think is it's very rewatchable, even the hard and tough parts. And so I just really go for it, man. Beautiful performance by O'Rourke and even Evan Rachel Wood, his daughter. So I gotta go with The Wrestler. And the Wind River is really good.
Yeah. Well, Richie.
Yeah, I think like The Wrestlers are one of my favorite movies of all time. It went from my memory it rated quite high when I did my 64. It's I think Mickey Rourke's performance is one of the best performances in a sports movie ever. He's just so fantastic in this movie. And Wind River I haven't got around to seeing, but yeah, I'll get around to it. I've heard really good things, obviously, and I can't say enough good things about The Wrestler. I think it still holds up. It's a fantastic movie. So, The Wrestler.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, Wind River was the year after. It was directed by the same person that wrote Hell or High Water.
Okay.
Taylor Sheridan.
Taylor Sheridan. Yep.
For those that may want to study directors for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do actually really like Wind River. I do think it doesn't get talked about enough. But that being said, I really do love The Wrestler as well. The Wrestler's going to get my vote here.
Yeah. Sounds good. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, Wind River is good as well. It's a very kind of overlooked, underrated movie. But yeah, I rewatched Wrestler fairly recently for me and Henry's ranking of Aronofsky, and yeah, it really holds up. It's still great. So yeah, I'll also go with Wrestler.
Yeah. Well, The Wrestler it is, but I think that I'm probably going to watch River when we're done here because I totally forgot about that movie. So
Another matchup where I'm the lone vote.
Yep.
Wind River.
Hey, Jacob, I had a lot of those. My original 64, especially a lot of my like older movies. I'm like the only person voting for a few dollars more, or like Hidden Dragon, like Nation of the Body Snatchers, like all these movies that like nobody had seen besides me. So I feel your pain.
Hey, just like for mine, I was the only one voting for the New Zealand movies, but I think Richie got it.
Yeah.
Hey, on Richie's, I spread the love of The Castle, and we got that into the Elite Eight. So
Yeah.
Speaking of old
watch that
movies,
because it's free on like YouTube or something. So yeah, but we have to Kill a Mockingbird, first time appearance on Tournament Fights. So
that's the cover of my Steelbook Blu-ray right there.
Oh, nice.
It's Jordan. It's the second appearance of To Kill a Mockingbird because it was on my original 64.
Okay, yeah, then I forgot about it, but yeah, but going up against 12 Angry Men, so two classics going up against each other. So is it me first?
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Well, I have seen both of these, despite not really being huge into classic movies. These are both great, but To Kill a Mockingbird, I saw it once and I didn't really feel the need to really go back to it. But I have read the book too, so the book's good too. But 12 Angry Men, it's just like a master class in cinema, in classic cinema, all that, and like just these guys in one room essentially for the whole entire movie. And this movie actually went pretty far in our movie set in one location series. But yeah, so 12 Angry Men is great, and it's one that I do go back to quite often actually. So I'm gonna vote 12 Angry Men. Jordan?
This is kind of hard for me though. I'll probably go with 12 Angry Men by a little bit too. I really like Mockingbird, but I think there's a couple more just really kind of grabs you parts in 12 Angry Men. So I'll go with that.
Yeah, sounds good. Richie?
I haven't seen Mockingbird yet. When you wanted to, like I think we owned it at one point. I just never got around to watching it. But yeah, 12 Angry Men is fantastic. One of the best written films of all time, in my opinion. Yeah, and it holds up. So 12 Angry Men.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen 12 Angry Men. I did try to hire it from the library once, but it was only the remake of 12 Angry Men that the library my library has.
Yeah.
That one's honestly not that bad. It's directed by William Friedkin, and it's got a really solid cast too for like 1990 or something. It's not bad.
I'll probably hire out the remake to watch eventually.
There's a ton of people in that thing. Like it's not bad.
Is that the one with like Tony Danza and like all those guys in it, right?
Well, he's one of them, but yeah, I'll rattle them off in a second. But but let Malcolm go first, and I'll wait for answer.
But I have seen To Kill a Mockingbird, and it is pretty good. So yeah, my vote's going to go to Mockingbird, and just to I actually just brought up the remake just before too. You've got Courtney B. Vance, Ozzie Davis, George C. Scott, James Gandolfini, Tony Danza, Jack Lemmon, Edward James Olmos, William Peterson. I think those are the only notable names there.
Okay.
I recognize.
But yeah, it's a solid cast. Really damn solid cast.
Yeah. Austin.
I haven't gone back to Mockingbird in a while. I saw it in the theater on a revival screening probably like 10 years ago, and that was probably the last time I saw it, and it's damn good. But yeah, I rewatched my Criterion Blu-ray of 12 Angry Men recently, and it holds up. It's excellent, and there's a reason it was a favorite on our both One Location and One Crazy Day movie. So yeah, 12 Angry Men.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob, what do you got?
Yeah, this is another matchup of movies in my top 30, but 12 Angry Men is a top 10. It gets better every time I watch it, and just creeps up higher and higher. I think the script is just it's nearly flawless. I can't think of anything wrong with this movie. I really love To Kill a Mockingbird, and obviously there's quite a few movies from this list that I would vote for it against, but 12 Angry Men is not one of them.
Yeah. When you read the tagline here for 12 Angry Men, you wouldn't really think that it explodes like 12 sticks of dynamite, but it kind of does in a way. So yeah. So 12 Angry Men. Moving on. But we have the
Winter Soldier.
Where is that?
The Winter Soldier.
I was like, I don't see the title,
Paddington?
but going up against Paddington. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Winter Soldier v Paddington. So, Jordan, you're up first. So.
Why have to make the first blow?
Yep.
I fucking love that little bear. I didn't think I would. I didn't jump to it when it came out, but I had heard good things. Finally, for whatever reason, went to it. This and the sequel are freaking wonderful. I champion these movies so much, but Winter Soldier is right up there with one of my favorite comic book movies. That and Civil War is very close in Captain America. We have Infinity War. Let's go with that bear. Look at him, Marmalade, Paddington.
Yeah. Well, Richie, and also I'll let you run it for. Austin, I got to run for 2 seconds.
Okay. All right, go, Richie.
Yeah, man, this is hard because Captain America is one of my favorite MCU movies too, and it's amazing. I wasn't expecting a lot considering I like First Avenger. It's just not, it's one of the more forgettable ones for me though. But Winter Soldier is fantastic. But Paddington, man, that bear's a charming son of a bitch. I did not expect. I mean, I'm one of the probably rare one. I grew up. I sort of watched the TV shows when I was like a kid. I got introduced to it, and I sort of went to this movie for nostalgia reasons. And man, I did not think I would enjoy it as much as I did. I don't know, man. He's got that hold on me. I'm gonna go Paddington.
Okay, fair enough, Mr. Malcolm.
Yeah. I mean, if this was a matchup of who could beat who in the fight, I think Paddington would beat Captain America in the fight. All Paddington has to do is charm the pants off Captain America, and Captain America go, yeah, I just can't fight you, and put the shield down. But yeah, this is tough.
No, he could do this all day.
Yeah, all day.
But yeah, this is tough. I have to go Paddington. I think it's a really good movie. I do like American Winter Soldier, but Paddington is high on my personal list. So yeah.
Well, Austin.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I saw the Paddington movies. They're fine. I don't get it. Like what people think these are like the greatest movies of all time.
I'm kind of with
they're
you.
fine.
Who touched you?
I'm not 6 years old, so like I don't get it.
Well,
Like,
this 29 30-year-old fucking fell in love.
all right, guys. I mean, that's fine. I didn't get the hype. I thought they were fine. Winter Soldier is the top 3 MCU, so I'll go Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, what do you think?
I think Paddington is a more than fine movie. I think it and the sequel are fantastic, like Jordan said. However, Winter Soldier is higher on my personal list. I think it is a. I think. Can I mute? Mute you,
Jacob the bear.
Well, something surprising might happen here, even if Jacob votes for Winter Soldier. I'll explain in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for the Winter Soldier. It gets better every time I rewatch it. It's slowly creeping up on my MCU list, slowly creeping up on this list. Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Think of the bear.
Well, for me, I'm kind of with you, Austin. Like, I don't really get the love for Paddington. I mean, like, the bear is charming, but I mean, at the same time, yeah, like I'm not 6-7 years old. I don't really understand. And also, I think that also the like Paddington, the book and the series weren't really widely known in the United States. They're more like a UK, Australia, other parts of the world, like that kind of thing. But like in the US though, like I never really grew up with Paddington. I never really like read any of the books, never like saw a series, any of that stuff. And so the movie was just like fine. But the Winter Soldier,
I didn't care about Paddington until the movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I still don't care about Paddington even after the movie. But, okay.
You went in with the wrong.
But
You've had your turn. Okay.
Yeah, right. But the Winter Soldier, though, like it's freaking awesome. Like it's a great spy movie, and it's kind of where the MCU started doing different genres of their movies. Like it was just like really, really solid. It was a lot of fun. I think the Russos just killed it here, and yeah, like it's a movie that I go back to. It's probably top 5 MCU for me. So I got to go with the Winter Soldier. So.
Well, we have a tie, and it goes to Malcolm. So there might be some magic there.
Power.
Yep. What are you gonna do?
So I could either switch my vote and cause chaos, or change my vote and still cause chaos. But
we like chaos in tournament fights.
I mean, we all know a certain actor thinks Paddington 2 is the cinematic masterpiece. I'm going to stick with my vote and go Paddington.
Ooh, all right, Paddington, huh?
Bear moves on.
Might be a bit of an upset, but
Yeah, look at that fucking bear ruining that person's house, like spilling all that water and like their
Yeah.
bathtub and
Yeah,
shit.
look.
Like fuck that bear. Look at him,
Yeah,
like
so
ruining
it's
somebody's
It's not
house.
like Captain America just ruins entire buildings.
You know like how much? Yeah, that's government money. That's bullshit. That's somebody's private money. You know how much water damage that shit does to a house? That's fucking private shit. That's not insured by the government. Like fuck all that.
I used to work doing water restoration. That stuff is a pain in the ass.
That shit's expensive. Yeah.
It's expensive. Yeah, you got to tear out all the walls, the whole staircase.
He's smiling as he destroys somebody's fucking house. Like fuck that bear.
I'd smile too. That looks fun. Going down there.
Anyway,
Well, for a bear, like he doesn't care. So,
moving on. Am I right?
yep.
So you're saying water damage is unbearable?
Oh God! Moving on. Move on. Move. Dad. Thank you, Dad.
All right, this was fun, guys. Let's go to the plugs.
Hey, speaking of
No,
Snowpiercer.
yeah, right. We have Dead Poet Society going up against Snowpiercer.
Ooh.
All right. Speaking of that series about the
Okay.
train.
All right, Richie.
Oh man, what's me first? I love both these
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
I love both these movies. It's Snowpiercer, one of Chris Evans' best movie. I love this movie a lot. But Deadpool Society is one of his best performances. I think it's great. It still holds up. I watched it recently. God, this is annoying. I won't care whatever goes through, but I'll go a slight edge to Dead Poet Society.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Yeah, I do enjoy Snowpiercer. I think it is a good movie, but Dead Poet Society is a really great Robin Williams movie. It's definitely in the top 10 Robin Williams movies for me, so I'm gonna go Dead Poet Society.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, this is tougher than I thought it'd be. I really like the story and the originality and the style of Snowpiercer. It's really good, and what's her name is really good. I ended up blanking on her, but I don't know.
Tilda Swinton?
Yeah, Tilda Swinton is great in that movie, and that shit gave me nightmares the first time I saw it, where they made that guy stick his arm out the window, and it was like frozen solid within like 10 seconds, and they just like broke it off. The shit was horrifying. So but I like the concept and I like the execution, so I'll go Snowpiercer on this one.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, Snowpiercer is great. I love the train, just the look of all the different train cars. I think it was very it was original and creative, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And Chris Evans' performance is really good. It might be his. It's definitely my favorite movie of his outside of the MCU. But Dead Poet Society, like it's one of my favorite Robin Williams performances. This movie just stuck with me after that first watch, and on subsequent rewatches. It's another movie that gets better for me. Not my favorite Robin Williams performance, but it's one of them. And Dead Poet Society is going to get my vote.
Yeah. This one's tough because Dead Poet Society is my dad's favorite movie of all time, and it's one that I've connected with him a lot. Just like, and it's pretty quotable, like "Oh Captain, my Captain," "Carpe Diem," "Seize the Day," like all that stuff. But Snowpiercer just really blew my mind when I saw it. Like it was really, really good. Like it's a movie that like I've been kind of reworking my top 128, and I totally forgot about Snowpiercer. That might be a contender, but we'll see. But in Snowpiercer, one of the lines that always gets me, and when he's like, you know what I hate about myself is that I know what babies taste like, and it's like a really kind of powerful scene because they're at a point where they have to like eat humans because it's that's all they had for food for a while, and you just see the conditions they have to live in. But then kind of I'm also, like you mentioned, Jacob, all the different train cars, and I'm blanking on the conductor that you see at the end of it all, Ed Harris. Yeah. So it's a really fun, unique, original movie. So I'm gonna go Snowpiercer. Jordan, what do you think?
Charles?
Yeah, this is a tough one here. This is the great example that we always get of. They're kind of on par for me because they're both fantastic in their own different ways. Like they're hard to really compare. But maybe I'm just gonna go with my heart with the classic Robin Williams performance. It touches you every time here, man. Tragic but still uplifting. I gotta go Deadpool Society if I gotta listen to my heart.
Yep. Yep. Sounds good. Richie,
All right.
what do you think?
I already
You voted first,
Oh,
so
he
Deadpool
was-
Society.
I
All
already
right, so
did.
Deadpool Society. All right, sounds good.
Mhm.
Deadpool. Moving on. We got Mad Max Fury Road.
Greatest sequel
Up
of all
against-
time.
Going against Back to the Future 2, Part 2.
Not the greatest sequel, but the best.
It's interesting how that shakes
Maybe.
out.
Yeah. But let's see who's first now.
Malcolm.
Malcolm. Okay.
Um, Yeah, I'm really known for my dislike of Mad Max Fury Road. I think it's all style and not a lot of substance. But that being said, I do enjoy the Back to the Future trilogy. But Part Two is my least favorite of the three. But I'm still going to give the slight edge to Back to the Future Part Two.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
Well, the style of Mad Max Fury Road fucking rules, and that
Yeah.
movie fucking rules, and that movie's awesome, and it looks great in 4K, and it sounds great, and I love the soundtrack, and I love the ride that it takes you on, and Back to the Future 2 is a lot of fun as well, very entertaining. But this one, I'm going to go with Mad Max Fury Road, and it's Guy playing the guitar on the bungee cords. That shit is fucking great.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my favorite things is to see an episode of Conan from Comic-Con where like he was the guy playing the guitar and they had a whole Mad Max intro that's like pretty funny. You can find on YouTube. But
Yeah. I was about to say that's great.
yeah. But Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, Back to the Future Part 2 is a lot of fun. I think it's a great follow-up to Back to the Future. But like Austin said, the style of Mad Max Fury Road, it just is great. It rules, like you said. It's just a fun action ride, and I love it. Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, and Mad Max really blew me away the first time that I saw it. Used to have the poster hanging up here, but I switched them out over time. But yeah, and it's a movie that so when I worked in a movie theater, it was playing there, and like we got away with a lot of stuff there. So like I was an usher. I literally like when I worked a day shift, like when we were so slow, I would literally just come in the morning and then I'd clock in and I'd go watch a full movie and get paid to watch a movie, and then I'd just go start working after that. And like we're able to get away with it because none of the bosses ever came to check the theaters or anything. We just kind of went rogue and just did whatever we wanted to. So like me and some of the other ushers, we just do that and we watch them multiple times. But both of these movies are in my top 20 of all time. But Mad Max is kind of closer to number 20, where Back to the Future is in my top 5. I think that it's awesome. I'm actually one of the few that prefers Back to the Future Part 2 over the original one because I just like seeing all the future stuff. I like seeing go back and kind of replay the first movie, but in a slightly different way. So and it's just fun to notice all the subtle changes that they have in that movie. So I got to go Back to the Future Part 2 here. Jordan?
Yeah, it's a good follow-up, Back to the Future 2. But I was entranced by Mad Max in the theaters. It's a beautiful film, whether it's in a theater or a big television here. It really entranced me more than I was. If it is style over substance, it's great flipping style, man. So I'll go Mad Max personally.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I echoed a lot of what people said. Yeah, Mad Max blew away. Yeah, like maybe it is style or substance, but that style it fucking rocks. Yeah, and I think it's like one of the best performances from Nicholas Hoult. I thought he was really good in this movie. And I and like Marty McFly.
It's a lovely day. Yeah.
Marty McFly didn't play a guitar, flamethrower guitar, so Mad Max 3 Road.
Nobody could have.
Well, from the director of Happy Feet, George Miller, we get Mad Max Fury
The
Road.
director of Babe.
Yeah, and director of Babe.
It's like,
Really?
from the director of Babe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. But we have Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind up next,
yeah.
going up
I wonder what
against
Jordan's
Crazy
gonna vote
Stupid
for.
Love. So
I love Crazy Stupid Love.
yeah. So who's up first?
Me. Well, Crazy Stupid Love comes up a lot of the rom-com thing. I've only actually seen it once. I mean, it was all right. Eternal Sunshine is good too. In this case, I've seen Eternal Sunshine 3 times, and I've only seen Crazy Stupid Love 1 time. So I'll go Eternal Sunshine, just on numbers.
Yeah.
Simple
Jacob,
as
what
that.
do you think?
I really enjoy Kate Winslet and Jim Carrey in Eternal Sunshine. I think they're great together. But the cast in Crazy Stupid Love, I really enjoy it a lot more. I think everyone delivers in that movie. And so I'm gonna really make Jordan mad when I vote for Crazy Stupid Love.
Okay, how do I mute you? How do I mute you?
Like this, watch.
No,
What?
don't do it.
Yeah.
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 The lonely mark's about to get even more lonelier. Go on.
All right,
Yeah.
catch me, Richie, and Pez over at the Discord channel for the loneliest marks.
Well, I won't be joining you over there because I'm not a big Eternal Sunshine fan. I think that the movie is like kind of overrated. I don't think that it's a bad movie. I don't, but I think that it is overrated. When I watch it, I'm just kind of like, this movie's really weird and kind of like maybe a little pretentious, not a lot, but
It's original.
but but I wouldn't say that I love Crazy Stupid Love, but I really like it, and I probably like it maybe even slightly more than Eternal Sunshine here. So I'm gonna go with Crazy Stupid Love. So yeah.
Well, on my
Jordan?
final tournament fights appearance,
Yeah.
I will say while I actually do like Crazy Stupid Love, it's very charming, good cast. I was looking at some of the monologues recently for a monologue on another show, but it ain't no Eternal Sunshine, man. It ain't, baby. I mean, come on, do the right thing, Richie. Eternal Sunshine.
Well, we'll see.
This isn't Jordan's
Richie?
list, Richie. Just keep that in
But
mind.
it still
Yeah.
hurts me when my movie loses, though. It still
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
list.
We'll do the right things, not on this list.
No.
We're not there. yet.
It's a
No,
totally
yeah.
different
No,
list.
he's right.
Yeah.
Or
Is it on the list? We
This
haven't
is the
gone through it
Michelle
all.
Gondry joint. Come on.
yeah, I mean, I do like Crazy Stupid Love. I think it's good. I think it's Ryan Gosling proved that he can, do really good comedy. I think he's really good in this movie. But yes, Eternal Sunshine, I think is on my. If it's not on my top 64, it'll be on my top 128. I love this movie. And I will go for the director of the White Stripes song, The Hardest Button to Button, Michelle Gondry, and then go Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
It's a
The
great
director of the
video,
Green
Malcolm.
Hornet. The director of the Green Hornet. Yeah,
Don't let that go this way, Malcolm. Objection,
Academy
irrelevant.
Award winner
Objection, irrelevant.
Did I bring that up? No, did it hurt my argument?
I'll let that stricken from the record.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do with this current case.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch a lot of
Hearsay.
Depp and her trial, so.
Yeah.
Well, Malcolm, what do you think here?
It's 3-2 for Crazy Stupid Love at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct. No, 3-2 for Eternal Sunshine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Eternal
yes.
Sunshine, yeah.
Yeah, for Eternal Sunshine. 3-2 for something.
Mhm.
That's fine.
So-
Someone's going to win either way, so just what do you want to do?
So
Mm?
I know that Jacob's got the tiebreaker. So
No, I
He
don't.
does? I thought it was Pez.
No, it doesn't.
Pez.
Wanna
I
make a-
thought
Wanna
I thought
bet some
Pez
money?
has it.
Yeah.
You did the last time.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
Pez.
there's
why I
been
said
so
it.
few there's been so few tiebreakers. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah.
I keep track of
Listen,
them.
Less than you
So
even thought.
few.
But anyway,
that'd be easy.
because I know which way it's going to go because of where the tiebreaker is, I'm going to go Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind because it's
Yeah.
a great movie.
All right.
Malcolm, I have an open spot in the
Well-
loneliest marks. If we'll talk later.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right.
Wow,
well,
what an original name.
Eternal Sunshine. Yeah.
It was actually we can be lonely, Mark. It was Richie's name, and Richie's coming with me. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Richie never
Well-
said that.
shut up.
We have Almost Famous, which we don't have Steven Shepard here. That's his favorite movie, I know. But going up against Django. Okay. And it is Jacob first. So you got.
Yeah, I actually just rewatched Django like 4 days ago or something like that, and I just was reminded of how great of a movie this is. I think all the performances are top notch. I remember the first time I watched it, I thought that whole section of them like talking about the bags on their heads and like it felt out of place. But I rewatched it and oh my gosh, that is some of the best comedy. Like it is hilarious. I remember just laughing so much. Like it worked.
Especially Jonah Hill.
Yeah. It just worked. I think Almost Famous is fantastic. I think the performances in that are great, but maybe it's just because I just recently rewatched Django and was reminded of how great of a movie it is. I'm going to go with Django.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen Almost Famous, so I can't really comment. Like it's probably one that I need to put more on my radar because for whatever reason, when I go to watch Blind Spots, it never really comes up as something I think about watching, but I probably should. But Django's freaking awesome. Like this movie rocks. Like it's a movie that I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about it when I saw it in theaters because when I first saw it, like I wasn't as big on Tarantino as I am now. Like now I'm a huge Tarantino fan, but I ended up seeing it multiple times in theaters when it came out. So and yeah, like it was awesome. So I got to go with Django. Jordan?
Yeah, it's a toughy one for me, man. I mean, Leo and Django is just perfection. As far as like a really juicy performance, everyone else is really good in this too. I really love Almost Famous. I think it's a great story here. At one point I was leaning Famous, and then the arguments. I'll go Django, but not by much. I really like Almost Famous.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, no, Django rules. I think it's one of Quentin Tarantino's best movies. I think it's one of Leonardo DiCaprio's best performance. Like that scene where he cuts him, splits his hand open when he's doing that monologue. It makes it all. It just adds to it, and it's just so powerful. And yeah, like the Django is actually generally funny in some parts too. And yeah, it rocks. So I'm gonna go Django.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
I've seen Almost Famous once. I really do like it. But I've seen Django Unchained more times, and it just keeps getting better. So I'm gonna go Django Unchained.
Yeah. Well, Austin, what do you think here?
Well, Jacob, Almost Famous again is on my docket to watch, as you know, for this week's a podcast about movies. Haven't watched it yet. I've got the Blu-ray ready to go, but yeah, I'm either watching it tomorrow or Friday, so I haven't watched it yet. I probably should have tried to, but oh well, it is what it is. But Django, as you know, even so, Django's in my top 10, as you know from our other shit that we did. So yeah, Django's an all-timer for me. So Django.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be Django. Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
So,
The blood in
also-
this movie. Oh my goodness.
yeah, it's great.
Also, just to reiterate Stephen's comment, but I think Jordan randomized all 128 of Jacob's movies. So yeah.
Actually, yeah. They're in random order, but Jacob did it, so I could be surprised this time.
Oh,
so.
I think this is the one he's. No, this isn't 65 through 128. So what I did was I took the whole 128, randomized it, and then I took the first 64 from that list.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like when we do my 28, I'm gonna send Jordan my whole 28, but in completely random order. So like he can put them in whatever random order he wants to and randomize it a second time. So like it's not gonna be a straight 1 through 64 versus 65 through 128.
So you're only doing 28 movies, Austin. You're not going to go for the full 128.
Oh yeah, 28.
Yeah. I knew what you meant.
We'll do a tournament of 28. It'll be really short. Yeah, but
that'd be quick.
But
that's a tough one.
we have Up in the Air versus Predator, so it's tough. So, and let's see. That's me first. Let's see. Yeah, this one's probably easier than it is for some people here, but I liked Up in the Air. I thought that it was a good time. I didn't love it, but I really liked it. But Predator's freaking great. Predator is like one of the best like one-on-one alien movies. Like it's just like if you're thinking of like movies like for a man that are like really manly, like whenever I think of the most manliest of all time, Predator is always up there for me. So yeah, I got to go with Predator for sure.
My Little Pony the movie.
Well, yeah.
This man likes to think about his feelings and where he's going in life. So this man will go with the very manly George Clooney Up in the Air. But I absolutely love Predator as well. This is a hard one because I mean they're both going their own way, but just keep it even for now. Up in the Air.
Yeah. Oh, Richie?
Yeah, I do like Up in the Air. I haven't only seen it once and haven't gone back to it, but George Clooney's really great. Anna Kendrick's really great in it. She's one of my celebrity crushes.
Back the fuck away, but continue.
Hey, look.
Hey, she's on mine too. From this movie specifically.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're gonna have some problem.
Yep.
All right, no.
All right, Anna, you heard it here. Time to choose.
Time to choose and go show up at somebody's door. Yeah. So let's go.
Okay.
Hold on, someone's knocking at my door.
It's the
Guys.
Rose.
I know. Be right back.
I was like, at my door too.
What? How she's quick.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind, it was just my grandma.
She's second on my list.
Yeah.
Ugh.
One of my
Got off
crushes.
the rails.
Yeah.
Just so I can kill this conversation. Predator.
Yeah. Yep. Malcolm.
Yeah, I saw Predator for the first time last year. It's a good movie. It's got iconic lines like "Get to the chopper" and all that. But I really enjoy Up in the Air. This is one I plan on giving a rewatch because I think this could break into my top 128 easily. I love Anakin in this movie, and it's also got a great Kiwi gal in that, Melanie Linsky. So
Yeah. For me, I think what makes Up in the Air great. I just wanted to add really quick is the performances. I think that the story's kind of but the performances are like really good. So yeah. But Austin, what do you think?
This is tough for me because these are both in my 64, so they'll be showing up in my tournament as well. Man, you know what? Just because it doesn't get championed enough, and I tried to champion it a lot on when it originally came up in my first 64 tournament. I rewatched it a lot. I'll go Up in the Air as well, and just make it interesting.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, what's it gonna be? Is it gonna be a tie or
these movies are really close on my list. I think Predator is a great action movie, and I think Arnold is, he's just killing it in that movie. But all the performances in Up in the Air from George Clooney and Anna Kendrick and Vera Farmiga, I think, are all great. I like the story. I think the story is really cool. I mean, I would tend to agree with that. I think Predator might be the more rewatchable movie, but the one that I'm going to vote for is Up in the Air. I think it's a great movie that should get talked about more.
Yeah. Well, Up in the Air, it takes down Arnold in Predator, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. Right. Predator 2 is better.
Yeah, maybe. I still haven't seen it, so I can't. I don't know. But,
watch it before my top 28 because it's in my top 64. It still is. It gets better every time I watch it.
We have the first raid going up.
This is easy.
Arrival.
Yeah, the Arrival. It is pretty easy. Arrival.
Oh,
This would be really
and
easy,
it's
Jordan.
and it's
Owens.
No,
Jordan
yeah, no,
Owens.
dude, you're totally right. This is easy. Arrival. Really unique.
Mm.
Great sci-fi
Yeesh.
movie. Villeneuve hasn't had a misstep. Y'all need to get on board. Arrival.
Oh, I did a couple.
Yeah,
but,
you're gonna hate this round.
Richie?
You're gonna hate this round, Austin. To be honest, because I like the raid. It's great, but I love Arrival. I don't. Yeah,
Fucking hell.
it blew me away. I was
Exactly.
expecting much from it,
Hell.
and yeah, I think it's one of Jeremy Renner's better movies. So yeah, Arrival.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm.
Yeah, Villeneuve has had a misstep. It's called Dune.
Yep.
But
Fuck
I
no.
haven't seen the raid, but I really love Arrival. So yeah, Arrival.
Yeah.
God.
I like Dune better than Arrival.
I've said it
Austin.
before, and I'll say it again. Arrival is some pretentious ass bullshit, and I hate that
Yep.
movie. I hate that movie to pieces. This one's way easy for me. The Raid and Iko Uwais kicking ass throughout this building is way better than Arrival, and it's fucking I'm smarter than everybody bullshit. Like fuck Arrival. The Raid.
Yeah. Yep. Jacob, what do you think?
Wow, I don't have quite as harsh words for Arrival as Austin does.
Obviously, now you like it.
Yeah.
'Cause I really enjoy it, yeah.
Mhm.
But the Raid,
128.
like it's action from almost the beginning, and it doesn't stop. It is just so entertaining and such a wild ride. Man, it's if you want just a straight up action martial arts wild ride, like this is the movie you go to. Like it's fantastic. The Raid.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's easy. I'm the same way as you, Austin. Fuck Arrival. That movie sucks. Like I do not care for it. That movie is pretentious. Like it's just like everyone was hyping this thing up when it came out. They're like saying it's one of the best of the year. But to go see it, and I was just like, what movie am I watching? Like this, like I did not care for it at all. Like it's and also I'll say Denis Villeneuve had a second misstep, but it wasn't Dune. Actually, kind of like Dune, but it's Blade Runner 2043. That movie sucks too.
29.
Or yeah, 2049.
Love it.
Whatever you call it, because it's not even worth it.
You are not a Villeneuve fan, evidently.
No.
I was a Villeneuve fan up until Arrival. I like Prisoners and Sicario a lot.
Oh yeah.
But
those are
and then
great.
it drops
Yeah.
off. It drops
Those are
off with
great.
this and Blade Runner and Dune. So yeah.
Even
It
Energy,
drops
But
off.
like,
ultimately,
sharply,
the raid
yeah.
is going to move on, as we all know who's got the tiebreaker vote.
Yeah, I've got the tiebreaker. Fuck Arrival. put that Raid
The Raid's
through.
great.
Always
Raid's
change
one
your
of the best
mind.
martial arts movies ever made. Like I will say that easily. So
Mhm.
the Raid's moving on. So
Yeah, I didn't have to worry about Pierce changing his mind.
No, I'm not going to change my mind for this one.
No,
No.
for that one. But up next we have Finding Nemo
and Finding
going
Dory.
up against Searching.
Oh
Ooh.
man.
I totally forgot about Searching. Oh, that movie's good. But
I mean,
Yeah.
if they found Nemo, why are they still searching for him? Jeez.
yeah, right.
Mhm.
He deleted.
Yeah, the two titles kinda-
He's searching his Facebook profile. He deleted his
Yeah.
Facebook. He was,
Yeah, John Cho had to go through everybody's Facebook profiles and Twitter to find Nemo in the ocean and
yeah.
and search all the context clues of all the pictures and all the background pictures. Yeah, and
and
pinpoint
then
them.
yeah,
So
there's a lot of fake profiles of Nemo as well. You got to work out what's the real one.
mhm.
You-
Yeah, a lot of
It's any
spam
long
bots.
story. So
Then it
Finding
turns
Nemo-
out
Kind of a
all you had to
sequel.
do is go to the dentist's office and you found him.
yeah.
Mhm.
But
All right, Richie.
Right? Yeah. So
Oh man, this is god. Okay, god damn it. I love Finding Nemo. Obviously, obviously the Australian connection. There's a lot of great Australian talent in this movie, and it's just fun. It's a fun movie. I'll miss the opportunity to champion Searching. I think Searching is amazing, and it does really well with like the what I don't know what you call it, the sort of the found sort of footage thing. It's really good. It's what Unfriended what wish it would be, which it was. But yeah, it was really well done. John Cho's amazing. Deborah Messing's really good in this movie as well. I was really sort of blown away by Searching, and they're doing the sequel, which is interesting, not with John Cho. So, we'll see what happens there. I think Anish Gandhi is one of the a great upcoming director. Also check out Run if you can. It's a really good movie as well. So I'll say Searching.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
Didn't he also do that movie about the Iranian person reporter in Iran or something like that?
I'm not sure. I think Searching was his first movie because he came from like music videos and stuff.
Yeah, well, the movie that I was talking about came after in the last few years.
I think he's only done 2 movies, that and ran with Sarah Paulson. Yeah.
But anyway, I do like Finding Nemo a lot, but Searching doesn't come up a lot. And it just is a really good movie. Like, I will continue championing this as well. And I'm pretty sure in Finding Nemo, I think isn't Rove McManus one of the seagulls?
Yeah, man, he's one of the seagulls. Community Rove McManus.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
But ultimately, my vote's going for Searching anyway. So yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I've not seen Finding Nemo since I saw it in the theater. I just have never gone back to it, never had an inclination to go back to it. Maybe it's because of Ellen DeGeneres, who I'm not fond of, just looming over that movie. But yeah, Searching was
She's so nice.
Was one of
Ellen DeGeneres.
But
person.
Searching was one of those like super pleasant surprises when I saw it in the theater. I thought it was just going to be kind of like, I thought it looked good, but like it actually was really, really good. So yeah, I'm going to go Searching on this one.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll echo that Searching was a pleasant surprise, but I have seen Finding Nemo quite a few more times than I have Searching. I think it's great. I think it's a fun movie. I think it's got a lot of heart to it. It's close, but I'm gonna go Finding Nemo by a fin.
Yeah. Sounds good. Searching the movie that just really blew me away. Like, I did not expect that out of John Cho, and like he gave a great performance. And apparently they're making a Searching 2. I don't know what it's going to be or anything, but they are making a sequel.
He's still searching. It should just call it Still Searching.
Yeah, Still Searching. Yeah. And Finding Nemo is awesome too. Like so like one of the things that maybe not a lot of people know about me, that I have a collection of Disney stuffed animals that I kind of save for my nieces and nephews whenever they come over. So I have like 4 characters from Finding Nemo. But I mean, even so, like I think that it's a great movie. But yeah, Searching, I just go back to way more. Like that's really great. And actually, like for whatever reason, I left that off of my top 128 movies just because I forgot about it. So it may make it in there. I need to kind of relook at my list before I do my episode. But yeah, it might be on there. So I'm gonna go Searching. So, Jordan, did you go already? Okay.
No, I didn't go yet.
And before I move it on, what do you think?
I love Searching. I'm totally cool if it goes for it. It was a unique movie, one that I wasn't that interested in because I don't like found footage or things like that. But it used the conceit very well. It's the best performance we've had from Cho. I might have leaned a little bit more towards Finding Nemo. I just think it's super rewatchable and still completely holds up. But yeah, so my vote's for Nemo, but I'm happy for Searching.
Yeah. Well, it's Searching. So moving on.
These two are very close on my list.
The movie I was thinking of is called Profile. It's directed by the guy that did Wanted.
Okay.
Came out the same year as Searching, actually, apparently.
Okay.
It did? I felt like it was way later.
So it's one of those where it's like 2 similar movies come out in the same year. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, It might have been Film Festival in 2018. But it was
Okay.
delayed. Because I think you're right. I think it came out a little bit later.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just say, yeah, I feel like by the time it actually came to like wide audiences, right?
Yeah. Well, we have Aladdin going up against. Remember the Titans. All right.
That Wanda directed too, by the way, made a movie called Night Watch. Fucking awesome. Check it out.
Nice. Yeah. So, see who's up first. Is it Malcolm?
Malcolm.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember the Titans is good. It's a good sports ball movie.
Go sports.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go my
But
my favorite sports team. Go.
Aladdin is a classic Disney movie for a reason. It's just a great movie. So my vote's easily going Aladdin.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Aladdin as well. Remember the Titans is solid, but it kind of gets worse every time I see it. It gets a little cheesier and cheesier every time I see it. Like still good, but yeah, I'm gonna go Aladdin.
Yeah. Jacob.
I remember the Titans is great. I think it's the second best football movie there is, personally. But Aladdin, it's a classic Robin Williams performance. It's a classic Disney movie, and one that I have gone back to way more times than I can count, because I don't have enough fingers to count that high.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think the Remember the Titans is great. Like it, kind of one of those movies that for me they showed it in school all the time. But
Yeah.
and it's a great performance. I mean, from Denzel, from a lot of the cast members, but let's know Aladdin. Like Aladdin's awesome. Like yeah, I'm not gonna say it too much about it. Just a great Robin Williams performance, and yeah, I'm gonna vote for Aladdin. Jordan, what do you think?
It's a toughie. It's a toughie, man. I got a lot of love for both these films. You know what? To give it a shot, I'm gonna go Titans. I'm gonna keep the hope alive. Hope alive.
Yeah, we'll see. Richie.
I like Aladdin, but there's an interesting sort of backstory about Aladdin. Is like it's cool to have Robin Williams on, and he does really a good job. But like he specifically told Disney that he didn't want it to be his name to be the forefront in the movie, marketing material, because it was around the time where celebrities and stuff like actors didn't really do a lot of voiceover roles. It was just sort of it was like people I think voiceover actors and and actors in sort of real life movies were kind of separate. And then, but Disney went against his wishes and started selling toys with the genie and stuff like that. And so, yeah, it's sort of, it kind of it has been. I like the movie, but I always think about that story. That's why he didn't come back for the second one. And I do really like the movie, but I always champion Remember the Titans. I also watched this at school. I had to do a sort of paper on it. But I'm gonna go Remember the Titans.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I loved about the classic Disney movies. They didn't advertise who all the voice actors were. Like you go back to a lot of them, it's like nobody knows who voiced all these classic Disney characters. So I kind of like that more because it kind of keeps you in the movie instead of taking you out of it. So,
well, nobody remembers the name of Steve from Full House.
no, of course.
Yeah.
Scott Weininger.
Except for Malcolm.
Was he the voice of Aladdin? Because he sure looks like Aladdin.
He was the voice of Aladdin.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say.
Well, and the guy who voiced the prince in Little Mermaid also did the voice of Spider-Man in the '90s animated show. Just a little fun fact.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Malcolm, what do you
No,
think?
here he
I
went. So,
would.
Okay.
Aladdin.
Okay, and that's Aladdin. All right, cool.
But it's good to see that Jacob actually remembered the Titans.
Yeah.
Who?
But I'm gonna say that this is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, if I remember correctly.
It is.
Oh
It
yeah,
is indeed.
and going against Spider-Man 2. So
Ooh.
Spider-Man.
yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah.
I like
Summary.
Spider-Man. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just a little bit.
So where's the
But so do I.
So
That's
gonna see
great.
that?
Yeah. So
All right.
Malcolm.
I'm
right?
up first. No, I'm up first. Yeah. Easy for me. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, so easy Spider-Man.
Jacob?
I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and this is my favorite Harry Potter movie. It's one of my favorite movies. Like, this is top 15 for me, or top 20. It hovers between that 10 to 20 for me personally. I think it's just great. I really enjoy Spider-Man 2. I think it's it's one of the best Spider-Man movies. I always go back and forth between that and now No Way Home and Into the Spider-Verse. Like, personally, I don't think you could go wrong choosing any of those three.
No.
But for this one, I will choose my favorite Harry Potter movie and go with The Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah. Well, this one's kind of splitting hairs for me because Spider-Man 2 is my second favorite Spider-Man of all time, just after No Way Home. And Prisoner of Azkaban is my third favorite Harry Potter movie. So I'm going to vote for Spider-Man 2. So, Jordan?
It's not often you're going to find me ever voting, Harry Potter over Spider-Man. Except for right now. I'm going to go Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban. I like Harry Potter a decent amount as well as Spider-Man. Usually I'd go Spider-Man, but I think Azkaban's fantastic. It is my favorite of the franchise. So, yeah, I'm leaning more towards that.
Yeah, sounds good. Richie?
Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite Harry Potter movie as well. I think it's great. However, I'm not bold enough to vote for it over Spider-Man 2. I think Spider-Man 2 is one of the best comic book movies ever made. So I'll go Spider-Man 2.
About that.
Richie, you're not going for the bold move. That's all right.
Okay.
But Malcolm, what do you think here?
I like Spider-Man 2. I do think it's a good movie, but I'm a big Harry Potter fan, and I really do love Prison of Azkaban, so I'm going to go Prison of Azkaban.
Yeah.
All right, we've got another tie, and Mr. Barber, you get the one this time. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make what apparently is the bold choice and go with Harry Potter.
Ooh, Harry Potter. All right.
You're back on the podcast, Jacob.
I was never on.
Considering I didn't.
In my opinion, you're back on.
Never off because he kind of started that podcast. But,
hey, you're off this podcast. I run every podcast.
Yeah. But we have Green Room going up against Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So, and it's Jacob first.
Yeah, Jacob. So. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, yeah. Green Room was a pleasant surprise for me. I knew nothing about this movie. I bought it because I thought that artwork was pretty cool, and I was like, all right, I'll buy this. It was like $12 or something at Walmart, and I was like, okay, I'll buy it. I kind of looked at the back and saw that Patrick Stewart and Anton Yelchin were in it, and I was like, okay, I'm intrigued. And then I watched it, and oh man, like I was blown away. I thought it was very, very good. However, I have seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory 633 times. That is an official number, I'm pretty sure. I've talked to death about Willy Wonka. I don't have to say why I love it. I do. I love it.
Dude. Yep.
Willy Wonka will get my vote.
That's all it needs to be.
It's almost as many times as I've seen Tremors, Jacob. So you're close.
Almost as many times as I've seen Home Alone. So
and I've seen Tremors once.
Yeah. Yeah. So
we'll talk about it on Saturday. Tease for future show. Yeah. Jordan.
So I remember seeing Green Room in theaters, and it was a hair or two gory for me. And when I say hair, I mean like way, way, way too gory for me. Like by a country mile too gory. Like so like I did not vibe with it the whole time. Like me and my ex-wife now that we kept like looking at each other being like, do you want to like leave? Like this is like crazy, like this movie. But we stayed for the whole thing. We saw it all just because I try not to walk out on too many movies, but yeah, so not the movie for me, but I did like the premise of it, maybe a little less gory, and I would have enjoyed it more. But Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, is great. Like it's an all-time classic. Like it's a movie that holds up really, really well. And it's from the 60s, right? If I'm not mistaken, or is it 70s?
71.
70,
Okay,
71, yeah.
Okay, yeah, but all the way from 71 holds up really, really well. So hopefully they don't do something too crazy off the beaten path for this prequel coming up with Timothée Chalamet. But yeah, like this movie, just so much fun to watch at the candy store near where I used to live over in Boise, Idaho, where they would have this on repeat 24/7. But it was fun though, just going in there and you always know it's playing and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna vote Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So, but Jordan, what do you think?
Hot take: Willy Wonka's only slightly better than Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I gotta go.
That is a hot
take. Fight me, fight me, all of you.
Jordan, you're off the podcast.
Yep.
I think Green Room is so much more interesting. It's more of my movie. I'm totally for it. Green Room. I'm happy to see it's here.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Well, I'm happy to be a basic bitch here.
Sure, why not?
Like Green Room's good. Seeing Patrick Stewart as a Nazi is very jarring, but he's really good at the movie. But yeah, Willy Wonka still holds up. It's a fantastic movie, and yeah, I think the Gene Wilder sort of holds it together. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with Timothée Chalamet. But but Willy Wonka easily for me.
Yeah, well, that'll have to be your new nickname, Richie. When I do the description for the shows, I'll be like, and Richie Nemo, gonna carry Basic Bitch.
Basic Rich.
Yeah, but
Basic Rich.
Basic Rich. There you go. But Malcolm, what do you say here?
I mean, I slightly agree with Jordan that the
You're off the podcast too.
I was never on the podcast.
It's not your own podcast.
You're on the podcast now. And now
you
you're
can
off.
stay here, Malcolm. You're always welcome here.
But anyway, but that being said, I'm not a fan of Green Room. I've seen.
Well, now you're off the podcast. We were about to start. Damn it, Malcolm. Damn it.
Yeah.
I've seen Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory approximately 619 times.
Those are rookie numbers. You gotta pump them up.
Yeah.
I'm at like twice.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory. It gets the golden ticket to the next round.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, I like Green Room, but I don't love Green Room. It's just not one of the horror movies I go back to a lot. But yeah, I've seen Willy Wonka a ton of times too since I was a kid, and it's in my top 64 as well. So I'll go Willy Wonka.
Yeah, so Willy Wonka it is. Mm-hmm. What's a favorite on tournament fights for sure? Mm-hmm. So yeah, but moving on, we got Rocky going up against Whiplash. Ooh, okay. So who's first?
All right, Jordan Anderson.
Yeah. So I will say that when we did our greatest sports movies of all time, we had Rocky right up at the top because I agree it is the greatest sports movie ever made because it is amazing. But it's going up against Whiplash here, and like I freaking love Whiplash. Like this movie blew me away. Like J.K. Simmons played as one of the greatest villains in my opinion, and Miles Teller's great, and there's some crazy things that happen, and like I just really hit close to home for me. I grew up a little bit of a band geek. Growing up, I played the trumpet, so I can kind of still play a little bit, but and so I have had some kind of like teachers that were not that crazy, but they were just like pretty intense, but yeah, so. Surprisingly, I think I got to go Whiplash over Rocky here. So, yeah. Jordan, what do you think?
Well, Jordan, you are not alone in the Whiplash love, and you're not alone as a former trumpeter.
Nice.
We will
there we
rock
go.
you these two fingers. Rock you. That's all I remember. I gave up after a year, but it still counts. Yeah, I love Rocky. Got love for Rocky, but Whiplash, I love it. One of my favorite ending sequences of all times. I love it. Come on, J.K. Miles. Yeah, Whiplash, baby.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, but Richie, what do you think?
Oh, I also have a trumpet connection. My dad's in a band and plays trumpet, so there you
Oh,
go.
nice. There you go. Yeah. Trumpets
Um,
unite.
I want to see a crossover of Whiplash and Rocky, where Rocky punches Miles Teller for not having his tempo.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'll
Not fast
champion.
enough.
Yeah, I'll champion Whiplash. It's a fantastic movie. Yeah, I think J.K. Simmons steals it though. Miles Teller's really good though. But yeah, I think it's a fantastic movie. So I'll go Whiplash.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I like Rocky, but Rocky's just not my tempo. So Rocky's gonna fly now because my vote's going to Whiplash.
Ooh, yeah. Austin, what do you think?
I would have gone for Rocky, the greatest sports movie of all time. Whiplash is good, but man, Rocky is Rocky, man. I would have gone for Rocky.
I still agree it's the greatest sports movie of all time, but I mean Whiplash is something special for me. But Jacob, what do you think?
I also would have gone with Rocky. I don't think it's the greatest sports movie of all time. Personally, I have another one higher, but it's really close. It's like a close number 2 for me. Whiplash is good. I do think J.K. Simmons gives dynamite performance. I think he is fantastic. But Rocky, it's Rocky. Come on.
Yeah. Right. Well, Whiplash it is. It's moving on. So over Rocky. So we got Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Nope,
Against
just Wallflower.
Prisoners. Oh yeah. We have
Just
Wallflower.
Oh, good. A good Villeneuve movie.
Yeah,
Excellent.
right. A good one. Yeah, exactly.
Didn't even know to make Perks be a Wallflower. Oh, you meant the other one.
Yeah, right.
Perks of Being a Prisoner.
That'd be a totally different movie. But
Wallflower Prisoners.
yeah, but Jordan Owens, you're up first. So.
Let me put on my glasses while I say this. Well, Prisoners is no rival. It's still pretty good. Tastes like whack.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really like Wallflower. I've been actually meaning to rewatch it. I remember liking it a lot. I think I've only seen it the once though. Prisoners is great, man. If you want to see a different side of Hugh Jackman, just don't take his kids, man. It's also got a really kind of interesting ending as well. So yeah, I really dig Prisoners, so I'm gonna go with that slightly.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
I believe both of these are on my top 64. I really love both of these. Perks of Wallflowers were quite surprising. Don't usually like those kind of movies, but I really loved it. From all the cast to Emma Watson's great, Logan Lerman, Ezra Miller when he was when he was of sound mind. I really love Paul Rudd in this movie as well. I think he's really great in this movie. But yeah, I still have to go with, and the soundtrack for Perks of Wallflower is really great too. But I still have to go with Prisoners. I think Prisoners, one of Villeneuve's best movies. It's surprised me, and then Hugh Jackman always plays an anti-hero almost. It's like don't take his kids. Great ending. I'll go Prisoners.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Prisoners is good. It's like great performances and all that. But Perks of Being the Wallflower is really good. This is a movie that I didn't expect to love as much as I did. Because I thought, it's a coming of age movie. It's going to be a sweet story. But I'm good. As much as I hate to give a vote to Ezra Miller here, this is probably Ezra Miller's last actually good performance. So I'm going to go Perks of Being Wallflower.
If you don't vote for Ezra Miller, he might threaten to murder you and your wife. Right? Just like he did.
Joke's on him. I don't have a wife.
Yeah, right.
Same here.
Or you and your significant other. Or whatever.
Joke's on him. I don't have one of those either.
Yeah.
We host the Lonely Mars
you're a loser.
podcast.
No, I'm just kidding.
As soon as you get to relationship, as soon as you get into a relationship, Jacob, you're off the podcast. And same,
Yeah.
same Jordan.
I'll
Bye-bye.
kill you with your
Why-
podcast co-host. No, Ezra, no.
Well, I don't have one of those either anymore, so I'm in the same boat. So
Anyway,
Yeah.
Austin.
Austin.
Yeah, I'm a lonely fuck too. Oh,
think we're all
lonely
pretty much
Mark.
there.
Sorry, I misunderstood the title.
Sad guys talking movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've only seen Perks of Being a Wallflower once. It was fine. But yeah, I'll vote for a good Denis Villeneuve movie, which is Prisoners. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Saying that.
It's a good one.
Although Lonely Facts might be a good name for a podcast which review porn movies.
Say, well, ladies, welcome to
Those aren't the
single.
movies we talk
Welcome to
about.
Tear Ringer Fights. All right, up next, Debbie does Dallas 1 and 2. What
Yeah,
you
with
got?
the singles awareness here on Tournament Facts. Yeah, but
I think the acting of Taboo 2 was just a step above Taboo 1, and it just I just didn't really buy the
Enjoy this.
relationship.
And join us next week when we talk about movies that deserve a sequel.
yeah, right.
I prefer Ass Blasters 7 to 6.
Right.
Yeah, I just thought the cinematography was a little stronger with that one. The angles.
Anyways, I'm just going to vote for Prisoners and get this show back on track.
I'm gonna say, who was the porn star that was always brought up on Christian Harloff's show, and like she was some older one, and like they kept bringing her name up over and over again. That was one of the best bits from that. If anyone remembers that, when they kept bringing her up. Yeah, but
Jordan, why do we start talking about porn and you bring up a child photo of me?
Whoa, hold on. I was doing it every 30 minutes. This was just bad timing.
Yeah, right. But well, for me, both of these also in my top 64. They're both great, and I only saw Perks of Being a Wallflower recently, and it really blew me away. I think it's kind of timely because in that movie it deals with some mental disorder things that I think are pretty powerful. So Ezra Miller kind of going through some mental thing. Hope we get some help, and hopefully he gets better. But but I'm gonna vote for Prisoners though. Like Prisoners, besides Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine, it might be his best performance I've ever seen him in. Like he's really solid. And then shout out Paul Dano too. Like he gives a great performance too. So like really transforms himself for this one. So yeah, I'll vote Prisoners. So, but did anyone been keeping track of the votes after that round? Because it's kind of crazy.
5-1, 5-1 for Prisoners.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, but might have one more here. So we got Toy Story
3. That's 3.
Toy Story 3 versus Beauty and the Beast. We got an animation
All
matchup here. So, who's up first?
It's going to be Richie this time.
All right.
Cool.
What do you think,
Like,
Richie?
yeah. I mean, I've shown my hand before. Beauty and the Beast is fine. It's a good Disney movie. But Toy Story 3, man, I love that movie. It was just a great cap off to the trilogy. When they're about to be when it looks like they're about to be incinerated, I cried like a bitch. It was like it was. I didn't realize the emotional connection, the emotional hold these toys had on me. And yeah, it's a fantastic movie, fantastic end to a trilogy. I don't know. I mean, the fourth one was unnecessary. It should have just been kept up at 3 because this is perfect. So I'm going to go for Toy Story 3.
Well, hey, kids, we're going to take all your favorite toys that you know and love. We're going to throw them in an incinerator. How about that for an emotional beat, right? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, but Malcolm, what do you think?
See, I'm of the opposite opinion. I think Toy Story 4 was the perfect ending to the franchise, personally. But that being, so I really do enjoy Toy Story 4 personally. But that being said, Toy Story 3 is my second favorite of the 4. But Beauty and the Beast is just a classic Disney animation movie for a reason. So I'm going to go Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Sounds good. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely a tough one, but Toy Story 2 is my favorite of the original Toy Stories, and then Beauty and the Beast is my favorite of the '90s Disney movies. It's really become a favorite, and I go back to it a lot. So that's legitimate, not just me saying it despite Jacob. And I really do love Beauty and the Beast. So Beauty and the Beast is going to be my vote.
Yeah. Yeah, Best Picture Oscar nominated, Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, for sure.
And Best Picture nominated Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I thought it was
actually
interesting
was.
that it was interesting that these two matched up and they were both nominated for Best Picture. I think it just speaks to how great these are as not just animated movies but movies. I think they're really solid. I think the opening to Beauty and the Beast, that opening number, is like the best opening and one of the best openings in movies. I absolutely love it. I think it just sets up the movie perfectly. I'm stalling for time because this one is tough. I'm going to go Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Just all sing it so you could have some more time. Right?
No, there's copyright.
Bonjour. All right. Yeah. But for me, I probably got to go for Toy Story 3. It's my favorite of the trilogy. I do think Beauty and the Beast is great. Like, it's one of the best classic Disney movies for sure. But Toy Story 3 just gets me every single time. And it's a great cap to the Toy Story trilogy. And that's all there was. And there wasn't any more Toy Stories after that. So
no, there was
Toy
a fourth
Story 3.
one.
No.
There was.
No,
a
there
fourth
wasn't.
one.
No, no, that's a different series. It's a totally different series. Yeah.
Jordan hasn't voted yet.
Oh yeah. Jordan, what do you think?
Yes, hi, it's me again. Yes, I love Beauty and the Beast. I think it's great. I got a lot of love for Toy Story 3. It has a bit of a handicap, of course, because it is, part of a franchise, and I think it might be my favorite Toy Story. So I'll go with Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
Oh, there we have a tie.
Tie.
Oh,
tie.
Wow,
Tie.
Well,
Hold on.
I can't take it
Hold
back
on,
now.
Jordan.
It's too late. It's too
Hold
late.
on. Hold
All right,
on.
let's go.
All right. Well, I mean, you might still do the same thing anyways because Jordan, you have the tiebreaker. So,
Oh yeah, it's me. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be Toy Story 3. Yeah. Yeah, maybe against some other ones because I do think Beauty and the Beast is great, but Toy Story 3. Yeah. So we'll leave it there because it will not let me switch it. So
I mean,
right.
if you clicked on Beauty and the Beast, then it probably would have changed it. But
you can do that, but you can't take it back to a blank thing. So it's either one or the other. Yeah, that'll stay there. Yeah. But anyways, that'll be the end of round 1. So time to fly.
All right.
About time.
Like Rocky.
Yeah. All right.
Then start talking about pornographic material.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad we got all of that out
and
the match up before Beauty and the Beast tours, but that would just be more awkward.
Yeah. Well, coming up next week on Tournament Fights, best porn movies of all time. So don't let your kids watch because it's not going to be.
All right. So just real quick, how this works. We're going to fly literally 10 seconds or less since we got all the pleasantries out of the way. We just need a vote, and we're going to fly through it. And just keep in mind, the ones who win this round it's not for the poll, but they'll be in the Sweet 16 and therefore move on to the part 3, the 32s. So keep that in mind.
The championship episode, yeah.
So I got to keep track of that and the Elite 8. So I've got one on my phone and one on the paper. So I got to keep track of those. All right. So Malcolm will be first for Godfather 2 versus No Way Home.
No Way Home, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Malcolm.
This is tough because I think Spider-Man No Way Home can easily overtake it, but Godfather Part 2 is great. And at this stage, I'm going to go that just because No Way Home is really recent.
Yeah. Austin.
Well, I'm going to stick to the format of Speedy, Godfather 2. Malcolm.
Yeah.
It was still for 10 seconds.
Yeah, he didn't take it that long. But Jacob?
Yeah, it might be recency bias, but I'm going to go No Way Home.
Yep. And I'll go No Way Home. Easy. So
Godfather.
Jordan? Yeah.
Oh, no, we're going on part 2.
Yeah.
Part 2.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Godfather Part 2.
And your time's up. Yeah.
All right. Godfather.
Tiebreaker me.
All right, Godfather moves on.
Godfather.
Not,
Right.
Nope, not a tiebreaker.
Oh, my bad.
No,
I can't
no,
count.
I mean, tiebreaker would have been you anyway if it was.
I know.
So.
Mhm.
Yep, I'm gonna watch The Godfather this weekend, so I can give it a rewatch. And we have a place called Godfather's Pizza. I'll go get me some Godfather's Pizza, and yeah.
Well, you'll be able to watch it on a certain format that you might have in a package in 2 days. So,
Oh yeah. Maybe I'll hold off for that because I do not own it. So yeah, as soon as that arrives, I'll watch
Hey
it.
guys, this
Yeah.
is in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, technically nobody's turn. So, but we have Avengers: Infinity War versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So,
Oh man.
who's first?
Me. Both of my 64 Infinity War.
Yep. Jacob.
Turtles.
I like Turtles, but I'm voting for Infinity War. So,
Yeah, guys,
that.
calm down with those nostalgia glasses. It's Infinity War.
yeah.
It's just a better movie.
Yeah, it says no one but you.
Richie.
Well, I have more of affinity for Ninja Turtles.
You're
Ooh,
high.
all right. Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm not
You
going
know.
to pretend it's a hard choice. If it's
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Should have
Yeah.
made Jordan waste his tiebreaker vote.
Yep. Nope. Not gonna do it. So it's Infinity War.
Mhm.
But
I mean, it would have been
let's
Infinity War regardless because that's what Jordan voted for.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Should have made him waste the
Unless
tiebreaker though.
see. Yeah. But we have Coraline going up against the Lion King, so it's still an animated matchup. So.
All right, Jacob.
Lion King.
You know what? I think I'm gonna switch it up because I just watched Coraline and it was freaking great. So I'm gonna vote Coraline here. So
you are right. Coraline is pretty great.
Jordan? Yeah.
But I gotta go Lion King.
Yeah.
I was like,
Richie?
what? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Lion King.
Yeah. Malcolm?
I still haven't seen Caroline since the first round, Lion King.
What
Yeah.
have you been doing?
You had 2
Yeah,
hours and
mm.
45
You
minutes.
had on in the background.
Yeah. No.
Mhm. Lion King.
Yeah. I figured Lion King would be it, which I'm not mad about.
And we were voting on the remake, right? Did I have that right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
No.
absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Wrong. Yeah.
Mhm.
But
I love
The one with no emotion.
I love Donald
Yeah.
Glover's
Mhm.
performance as Sleepy Simba. Just,
Mhm.
just
yeah, but we have A Quiet Place versus Toy Story.
All right, Jordan.
So it's me.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then I think I gotta go Toy Story here, probably. Yeah.
I'll
Jordan?
go A Quiet Place.
Yeah. Richie?
Richie.
Toy Story.
Mhm.
Yeah. Malcolm?
A Quiet Place.
That was almost
Yeah.
so loud.
Austin.
Toy Story.
Yeah. Hey, quiet down. Jacob.
Toy Story.
Yeah. It's a Toy Story.
All right, Toy Story is through. Mhm.
Toy Story it is. Let's see. We have Argo going up against Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Hey. All right.
All right.
Sterling's.
Yeah, Jordan.
I have no faith in you people, but I'm gonna go Argo.
Yeah. Gee.
You're right to think that, Power Rangers.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Hopefully, there's some faith from me, Argo.
Yeah, me and
Yeah.
Malcolm podcast back on.
Yeah.
Your
Austin.
instinct is correct, Jordan. No, it's Power Rangers.
Yeah. Jacob.
Why not Power Rangers?
Yeah.
That's a spiteful.
And yep. And let's go with Power Rangers.
Mm.
Hey.
Go Power Rangers.
Yes.
Next round.
Would have
Yeah.
been better if it was directed by Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
I'm saying, you guys, we could have had a Power Rangers versus Turtles matchup in this side of the bracket.
Oh, if
Yeah.
Turtles was a better movie, maybe we would have made it.
We could have. But
I mean,
we're
Turtle
not.
still has Turtle still would have had another thing before it actually gets.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
better
that's
than
too far.
Godfather 2. Come on.
Too far plotting ahead there.
Yeah. But we got The Dark Knight
Never could really think
against
ahead.
Young Frankenstein or Frankenstein. Whatever.
Frankenstein.
Uh-huh.
All right, Richie.
I'm gonna go Young Frankenstein.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, Dark Knight comes up a lot, so I'm going to go on Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Austin.
Yeah, I'll give it to Mel Brooks here. Let's go Young Frankenstein.
Yeah. Jacob.
I had to consult my list because I know these two are pretty close, and I have to go with the Dark Knight.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta go the Dark Knight. Yeah. Jordan.
Batman Begins 2, The Dark Knight.
Yeah. There we go.
Well, with that, we have a tie.
Yeah.
And it goes to Owens.
Batman Begins Part 2, The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Is that the overseas title?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right, Malcolm?
Dark Knight, yeah.
Out for me, Malcolm.
Yeah, right.
That's,
Yeah.
that's the
What do they call it
Turkish
over
title.
there?
Batman v
Yeah.
Joker. That's what they
It
call
is
it
called,
over there.
it's called the Black Knight over here.
The Black Knight.
That's a
Oh, like the Martin Lawrence movie?
Yeah.
And the sequel's called The Blackest Night.
Okay.
Well, actually, the Martin
There you
Lawrence
go.
movie here is called The Dark Knight. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
and
awesome.
we're canceled.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah. We're canceled. That is two races. We have Hell or High Water going up against Aliens. Aliens
All right, Malcolm.
with an S. Malcolm.
Aliens.
Yeah. Austin?
Do you even have to ask? Just move on to Jacob.
Nope. Yep. Jacob?
Alien shows up a lot, so no. I'm legit voting for Hell or High Water.
Yeah. I am legit voting for Aliens. So, Jordan.
Yeah, I love me some Hell or High Water, but it's gonna be hard to vote against Aliens.
Yeah.
Not that hard. You just say Hell or High Water, and there you
Yeah,
go.
like this, Jordan. Hell or High Water.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
That did look easy. You're right.
Yeah, right. Well,
Aliens.
aliens, right?
Basically.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Aliens it is. All right.
I mean, technically,
Don't tell me
Austin
this
said
is
we
going to
don't
be
want
another episode where Austin's favorite movie wins a bracket that's not his.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And mine gets knocked out in like the first or second round. Yeah, no, it's
Well,
Oh, well.
technically,
Tribute to how
Austin,
good the
we don't
movie
want
is. Yeah.
we'll see how far it
Technically,
makes it when my 128 comes up. Yeah.
I mean, technically, Austin said we know what was going to vote for. You could have assumed that he was going to vote for Hell or High Water.
Yeah, true.
Really? Really?
No.
I
No, what's gonna happen
thought he
is
might go that way, but
what's gonna happen is Aliens are gonna win this tournament, but then Austin's episode comes up and it's out the first round. That's what's gonna happen. Right.
Well, Aliens won Chris's tournament. It's won a tournament.
Yep. Right.
Yeah.
But we have the Muppet movie here going up against Blind Spotting, and
All right.
is it Malcolm or
I'm up first. No, I'm up first. I'll go Blind Spotting.
Yeah. Jacob.
yeah, I want to vote for the Muppet movie, but man, Blind Spotting is so good.
Yeah. I kind of want to see a Blind Spotting movie featuring Muppets and see how that goes. But I gotta vote for Blind Spotting. Yeah. Jordan.
The movie that finally addresses racial issues that need to be addressed. The Muppet movie. No, Blind Spotting.
You're gonna do that.
Blind Spotting.
Yeah. Richie.
Finally, Kermit the Frog solves racism.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Rainbow Connection.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
It's
do
not
you
easy
hate
being
me?
green.
Yeah.
I'll go Muppet Movie because I haven't
Yeah.
seen.
Mm. You
But
hate
what do you think,
green
Richie?
people.
I said.
You said Muppet movie.
Oh yeah, you said okay.
Yeah. No.
Malcolm.
I still haven't seen Blind Spotting. I'm going to go Muppet Movie.
You've had 2.5 hours.
I don't have two screens to watch Whole Lot of Blind Spotting back to back.
Sounds like a you problem.
We're gonna start a
Start a
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe to get
So we can get Malcolm some multiple screens so we can watch these movies while we're live.
Mhm.
Hey, I was
I don't
supposed to
know.
get a GoFundMe for that too.
Yeah. Yeah, right. We all want one of those, but that'll be the end of that stuff. Okay.
All right.
Let's see what we got on the right side here. The Wrestler v 12 Angry Men.
Man.
Ooh.
All
Who's
right,
first?
Jacob.
I not want to be first.
Mhm.
Wasn't 12 Angry Men like the fourth iteration of the NWO? Weren't they just 12 Angry Men?
Probably.
And they go, or were there like 25 of them at that point?
Yeah.
12 Angry Men.
Yeah. Man, this one's tough because I kind of like these movies equally, so I can't go quick here in this round. I'll go 12 Angry Men, sure. Jordan?
I gotta go The Wrestler.
Yeah. Richie?
Yeah. I don't know. The Wrestler. It's hard though.
Yeah. Malcolm?
I'm not going to say it this time. The Wrestler.
Yeah. Austin?
The Wrestler.
Ooh, and the Wrestler takes it. All right.
I'm
One wrestler
honestly
takes out
surprised
12
at that,
Angry
though,
Men.
Austin.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think there's legit been a match where it's been a handicap match for 1 versus 12 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Also, Austin, you know people in that movie, so yeah.
Yeah, I know people in that movie. I know like
Yeah,
half the people
right.
in that movie.
Yeah, right. But we have Paddington up against Dead Poet Society. So
All
Is it me
right,
first?
Jordan Anderson. Mhm.
I still think that Paddington's just okay. So Dead Poet Society. Jordan?
It's made it this far. Let's go for that damn bear, Paddington.
Sure, yeah. Richie?
Yeah, look at him having fun gliding down those stairs in that bathtub.
Causing property damage and ruining somebody's house and ruining their lives. Yeah, he's having so much fun.
Yeah.
That's what you get for letting a bear into your fucking house. Okay,
The
Paddington.
bear, like bears don't know about any of that stuff.
Come on, Malcolm.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Paddington.
Ooh, all right. All right. Let's see. Austin.
God, needs to be a Dead Bear Society, Dead Poet Society.
Yeah. Yeah. Jacob.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tie it up, but I know which way it's going.
Yeah, Richie.
Paddington.
Yes, the bear
Oh.
was on.
Although
Man.
I'm not voting against Paddington because I dislike it, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm making me some marmalade sandwich after this.
Marmalade.
Have you ever had marmalade?
Marmalade?
It's not really that
No,
good.
I've never had
Yeah,
it.
marmalade's kind of that's one gripe I
Yeah.
have with Paddington.
I bet you
Marmalade
there's
tastes good.
thousands of kids around the world though that after that movie went, I want some marmalade.
And then they
Yeah.
tasted it and they're like,
And
what
the
the
parents
fuck?
were
I
like,
never
what the
want
heck
this
is
shit
marmalade?
again. That bear
Are
lied.
you high?
Maybe people in the UK love marmalade, maybe, but I don't know if it's big anywhere else. But
Oh,
That's
this
where I'm
is
gonna
the
hurt my
easiest
heart.
matchup so far.
yeah, we
Oh,
have
no.
Mad Max versus Eternal Sunshine. So
All right, Mr. Owens. I think I know where you're
Okay.
going.
Guys, Mad Max is all style, no substance. Right, guys? Someone very smart said that earlier. They're correct.
don't
It's
know.
really just it's visuals. Eternal Sunshine has the visuals, the heart, the cast. Jim Carrey, Mark.
All right, that's been 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Yep, we
I
gotta
get
cut
it.
you off.
All right,
I'm
Richie.
gonna mute you.
Richie.
Yeah, but like it's got Michelle Gondry who directed The Green Hornet. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go.
Objection!
Mad Max Fury Road.
Irrelevant court.
Hearsay.
Yeah.
Hearsay objection.
Well, Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm still not a fan of Furiosa Fury Road. So I'm going to go Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
Okay,
They
you
should have
had
called it
time to
Furiosa.
rewatch it.
Yeah. Austin.
Fucking Fury Road.
Yeah. No, just called Mad Max Fury Road. This isn't the porn version of it. So
The furious of the roads.
Yeah.
Furry Road.
Jacob.
Furry.
Yeah.
Fury Road.
Furry Road. Yeah.
Fury Road.
Come on,
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I got to go with Mad Max Fury Road.
Jacob. I'm sorry, Jacob. What?
I went with
What'd you
Fury
say?
Road. I said
Yeah.
Fury
Okay,
Road.
I'm just making sure. I just had to make sure I didn't hear it because people were talking, making fur
Yeah,
burger
sorry.
jokes and furry jokes. I couldn't hear.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Jordan, that Eternal Sunshine didn't move on.
Only
Mm.
Mars with me and Malcolm. Malcolm, do your
Yeah.
fantasy draft. We'll talk more.
Yeah. Well, we got Django versus Up in the Air. So, Richie.
You know what? I'm gonna Django rocks, but I think I'll give some love to Up in the Air. Up in the Air.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, this is tough, but I'm also going to go Up in the Air.
Yeah. Austin.
Man, this would be easier if Up in the Air was up against fucking Paddington or something, but Django's like a top 10er for me, so Django.
Yeah. Jacob.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go up in the air. I'm gonna stay down on the ground and go with Django.
Yeah. Yep, I'm the same way. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, so Django.
Yeah, well, Justice for Eternal Sunshine, Up in the Air.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Well,
how.
Well, that's a tie.
Oh, it's a tie?
And Malcolm
Correction,
That's a tie.
irrelevant.
Jordan's a little jumpy on the movement
yeah.
after not getting confirmation on these votes tonight.
thought I heard
wait for the vote counter. I got you. Just wait
Alright.
for the official.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And it goes to Malcolm.
What should I do? Should I switch? Do the right thing started this bracket. I'm going to go Up in the Air.
Oh, Up in the Air. All right.
I'm not mad about it. I love Up in the Air.
I'm pissed.
I was never on the
I'm just kidding.
podcast.
No.
Up in the Air. George Clooney just fired Django Unchained.
Yeah. We flew all the way back in time to fire him. Yeah.
Mhm.
But
remotely too.
yeah.
Mhm.
We have the Raid up against Searching.
We have the Raid win? I thought Arrival did, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, it was the
No.
Raid.
Oh, it was
the
the Raid.
No, the
Oh,
Raid. See,
Yeah.
the Raid came down to a tiebreaker, and I said fuck Arrival and put the Raid there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was close. The right movie almost won, Richie.
I choose
The
trying
Red
to
movie
forget
did
that.
win.
Like, you tend to block
Yeah.
out really hard moments in your life.
All right, Malcolm.
Yeah, this will be a more difficult matchup if it was Searching versus Arrival, but I still haven't seen the Raid, so I'm going Searching.
Yeah. Austin.
The Raid, easy. The Raid.
Jacob.
The Raid.
Man, this one's tougher than I would have thought, but I'll still go with the Raid, but it's close. Jordan?
The movie brought to you by Google, Searching.
Yeah. Richie?
So the problem is my vote doesn't matter because like I mean I'm going to go Searching, but then I think that's a tie. Then Austin gets a tie. And he's gonna go
Again.
so I'll say Searching,
You
but
can say-
fuck.
Okay. All right.
Well,
we gotta
fuck.
break that time.
Fuck Searching. The Raid.
Come on.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, Searching was at least good, though. Come on.
No, it's good, but it ain't the Raid, bro. Like, come on, man. It's John Cho sitting at his computer, bro. Like, come on,
Yeah,
man.
right.
The Raid.
Yeah, they should have
Come
put
on,
John
guys.
Cho in the Raid. I mean, he could have
Didn't have your
easily
future daughter.
like blended right into the Raid. Yeah.
I ain't got no kids. Fuck those kids. I don't care.
Yeah.
You're gonna watch
You know
the
what I
Raid
do?
while your
You know what I
daughter's
do
in
when I
bed.
get an Amber Alert on my phone? I turn it silent and I ignore it.
And you watch the Raid.
Austin, you don't really want to yell out "fuck those kids" really loud.
Yeah, don't say it too loud. Just whisper.
Especially when Aladdin and Harry Potter up next.
Yeah.
Check Austin's basement.
What has happened to this show?
Yeah.
I don't know. It slowly devolved.
Jacob
we-
Barber's top 100 brought it out of us. So
Yeah, right. We have Aladdin versus Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
It's me. Fuck those Harry Potter kids. Aladdin.
All right. All right. Well, Jacob.
Harry Potter.
I'll vote for Prisoner of Azkaban, but I do think that it gets way more love than it probably needs to. But I'll vote Prisoner of
It
Azkaban.
gets the right amount.
It's not the best Harry Potter movie, but Jordan.
More like Prisoner of Azkaban. Am I right, everybody? Harry Potter.
Waka waka. Yep.
Waka waka. I'm here at the Chuckle Hut all week.
Yeah. Richie.
R.I.P. Gilbert Gottfried, Aladdin.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we needed to give more respect to that name. But Malcolm.
Well, I mean, those Harry Potter kids are probably of age now to be able to give consent. But
Yeah.
but my vote's
true.
going to Prison of Azkaban as well.
Yep.
Damn it.
All right. So, what are the votes at before I move it on?
Harry Potter.
Okay.
Harry Potter.
Okay. All right. Prisoner of Azkaban. We got Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory versus Whiplash.
How do you spell Azkaban?
AZK.
Azkaban. All right. Luckily, my autocorrect finished it for me. So okay, there we go.
Aladdin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
there you go. Excellent.
Somebody
All
failed
right.
grade school.
Yeah.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Aladdin.
Yeah.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of the Cave of Wonders.
Agrabah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Who's up first?
Jacob up first for Willy Wonka versus Whiplash. Yes.
Willy Wonka.
And I gotta go with Whiplash.
Hell yeah, Whiplash. I'm with you.
Jordan?
That's my
Yeah.
tempo, Jordan.
Yeah, let's go. Richie.
It's also my tempo, Whiplash.
Yeah. All
I
right.
like this.
Malcolm, are you with
I
us?
like this as well.
Willy Wonka.
No.
Boo!
So you're not.
You're saying that you're not. Austin.
Willy Wonka.
Oh, well,
It's a tie, and it goes to
Tie.
Jacob.
Yes.
what do you
Willy
got?
Wonka.
Oh, okay.
It's the comeback.
Wonka
Richie,
is the-
Jordan, you're off the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't
All
have
right,
this tournament.
Richie. Come
Willy
with me,
Wonka's a
baby.
swell movie.
I don't have the
Say
tournament fight for my tempo anymore, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got Prisoners versus Toy Story. So,
Toy Story 3, to be specific.
yeah,
Toy Story
yeah,
3.
Toy-
Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
Toy
Yeah.
Story 3, yeah. Man.
Jordan Anderson. Yeah.
Man, like, I keep getting these tough matchups that I can't do it in 10 seconds. But let's go with Prisoners by a little bit. Yeah. Jordan?
I'm gonna go Toy Story 3.
Yeah. Richie?
Prisoners.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I mean, you say this is tough, but this is really easy. Watch Prisoners.
All right. There you go.
That joke's been done. You're
Austin.
I mean, I wouldn't say Prisoners is an easy watch, but Toy Story 3.
It's not an easy watch, no. But Jacob, what's it gonna be?
Prisoners.
Ooh, so is it a tie?
No.
No, it's 4-2 for Prisoners.
Okay. For some reason I thought it was a tie, but yeah. Okay.
Nope.
Jordan's like, I hope it's a tie because I
You,
want
you
to.
got excited.
No. No, like I'm actually glad Prisoners made it. That's what I voted for. So, but yeah, that'll be the end of that one. So,
All right, I've got
hopefully-
the Sweet 16,
Go.
so
Okay.
that'll be saved for later for the 32. But the winners of this round here will go into the poll for this episode.
yeah.
So, all right.
Okay. So we got the Godfather Part 2 versus Infinity War. So,
All right. Jordan Owens.
yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with Godfather
Yeah.
Part 2.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. I forgot to finish it again.
Richie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to go with Avengers Infinity War.
Shut up. Don't say that.
Yeah.
Part 1.
Yeah.
You're off my podcast now.
Yeah.
You got nowhere to go, Richie.
Malcolm.
This pains me that Godfather has to go up against the MCU, but Godfather Part 2.
Yeah. Austin.
Just to keep it interesting, I'm going to say Godfather Part 2.
Ooh.
All right.
I'm gonna go Infinity War.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go Infinity War. So.
Oh, a tie to Jordan Anderson.
Well,
I wonder what he's going to go with. The movies
I'm
he
gonna go
thinks
the one
suck or the one he likes. Okay.
the one I stayed awake for, I'm gonna go with Infinity War. So sorry, guys.
I was waiting for the twist that he was going to quickly change it to Godfather, but
I fell asleep during Infinity War the first time.
Well, you
How?
probably started a midnight showing or something.
I can fall asleep to anything, man. I'm a sleepy boy.
That's fair.
I fell asleep
Well-
at everything everywhere all at once for about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, we have The Lion King versus Toy Story, the original. So
Original.
another animated matchup. So
Richie?
Richie.
Toy Story.
All right. Malcolm.
this is the second Disney versus Pixar matchup we've had
Yeah.
today. Lion King.
Austin.
Toy Story.
Yeah. Jacob.
Lion King.
And I think I'm gonna go with The Lion King. So
Why is he Michael Caine all of a sudden?
I don't know, but he
There's
is.
Michael Caine in that. Did
Lion
Michael
King.
Caine, your version, did Michael Caine voice like Zazu or something?
Yeah, right. I
Michael
don't know why I
Caine.
did random accent.
I failed you, Simba. Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's a tighter movie, Lion King.
Zazu, yeah. That was Zazu. Yeah.
Now I just wanted to hear Michael Caine singing "I've Got a Lovely Bunch of Coconuts."
Yeah, right.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Lovely bunch of
DD.
coconuts.
DD.
Yeah, right.
Big
But,
ones, small ones.
I'm a bigger yeah.
Lion King moves on. Got other round.
Okay, it's
Lion King's on.
I was waiting for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I really liked Bibiani's Michael Caine impersonation from last week's Friday Night Titans.
Oh yeah. Well, we have Power Rangers, the movie, up against The Dark Knight.
Versus Dark Knight. All
The
right.
movie.
All right.
Yeah, Malcolm.
I think I know which way I'm going to. I think I know which way this is going to go. So I'm just going to lean into it. Power Rangers.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Let's do it, guys. It's morphin' time. Power Rangers.
Yeah. Jacob.
You know what? Screw it. The Dark Knight is way higher on my list, but Power Rangers.
Yeah. Well, it's morphin' time. Let's go. Power Rangers. Jordan.
Y'all have lost your ever loving minds. No. Power Rangers, whatever. I'm gonna lose anyway.
All right, sure. All right.
If you think that I wouldn't, that I would vote for Power Rangers over Dark Knight, you would be absolutely correct. There you go.
Yes. Yeah. You guys imagine if the Power Rangers,
Did
the movie,
Power
beat the
Rangers
Dark
just
Knight,
clean
like,
sweep over Dark
yeah.
Knight?
Yeah,
Imagine
let
if-
the chat know
right.
that. They can all
Damn
see
right.
this.
Even if I read Dark Knight, I kind of figured everyone else was going to go Power Rangers.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, Malcolm, I forgot to ask,
Well,
but
that's the
yeah.
biggest upset.
Oh no,
Yeah?
I voted.
Oh, you did. Okay.
56%
Yeah.
on Rotten Tomatoes. Whatever.
Yep.
That's over half.
Yeah.
Rotten
Right.
Tomatoes isn't the end all be all, okay?
That's the fan one. It's worse on critics.
Oh,
30s.
well,
Mm-hmm.
that's the fan one. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
Yeah.
56% is still a majority.
But it's not considered
Mhm.
trash.
Well, that's stupid.
Well,
We have Aliens up against Blind Spotting. So
Ooh.
Aliens.
you're first. Okay. Jacob.
Yeah.
Yes. Blind Spotting.
And I'm also gonna go Blind Spotting.
Yeah, down with Pez. Blind spotting.
Yeah.
For what? What'd I do?
I don't know. Sorry.
Richie?
I'm pretty sure Austin's the only one that hasn't been off the podcast yet.
Yeah. Right.
Oh yeah, I haven't kicked you off yet. Oh yeah, I haven't yet. Have I?
Yeah.
Oh,
With the reason.
You also voted against Eternal Sunshine. You're off the podcast.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Malcolm.
You still seen? Have you seen Blind Spotting yet?
No,
Mhm.
not really.
But you can still vote for it, though. You it's
Yeah,
something
well,
you
I'm,
can do.
I'm just thinking because I'm just trying to remember who's got the tiebreaker, but I'm
I'm gonna have
aliens
it. Whatever's
anyway.
next.
Yeah.
But I
So
also could change my mind. I love aliens.
What did he say? I didn't catch it.
Aliens, so it's a tie.
Okay, tie to Owens. Yeah. Just wanted to make sure.
Ooh, I do
Ooh.
love aliens. This is actually tough. I said blind
Mm.
spotting. Blind spotting.
Ooh,
my
all right.
Oh.
Win the poll. I like
Holy
that.
shit.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, Aliens still has a chance to win the championship, though. So
It does. It's a great movie.
It does.
I just heard
George,
blind
you
spotting.
also just made the Power Rangers vote a lot easier for Austin in the next round.
yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we still got the wrestler going up against that damn bear.
that damn
So,
bear.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine
Jacob.
Randy Ram
Against Paddington.
Robinson versus
So-
Paddington.
Put-
Oh,
Putting that
Jacob.
ram jam on Paddington. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a WrestleMania
Um,
match. That's WrestleMania. That's the main event.
Yeah, that is a main event.
It's funny because I think this is going to be the first. Yeah, this is the first time I'm voting for Paddington, and I think everyone else is going to go the other way this time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think I would vote for every single movie on this entire bracket over Paddington. So the wrestler.
In that universe somewhere, Randy the Ram is probably at a convention with like one of the voices or like the author of Paddington. You know what I mean? One of those big mega cons.
Yeah.
But let's go with. I'm gonna go with the wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Richie?
we've had our fun. Let's go the wrestler.
Yep.
That's fun.
Malcolm, are you going to have some fun?
damn it, I was hoping Jordan and Richie were going to have some fun
Yeah.
and make it a tie, but I was also going to go Paddington.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, can agree.
God, enough with that stupid bear.
Awesome.
God, the wrestler.
Yeah.
I would have
It's gonna
kept the
be-
chaos going, but I like the wrestler.
Who's going to be the wrestler? Wrestlers moving on. All right, let's see. We got Mad Max Fury Road up against Up in the Air.
That's
So-
tough. Mm.
It's me first?
Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's pretty easy for me, Mad Max Fury Road. So,
Justice for
Jordan?
eternal sunshine up in here.
Richie?
Justice for, I don't know, up in the air.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm?
Up in the air.
Austin?
You know what? I'm glad it's finally getting some love for once. Up in the air. I love that movie.
Yeah. And Jacob?
And I would have gone Fury Road.
Ooh, all right. So it's Up in the Air.
All right. Up in the air, yeah.
Not mad at it, though.
Surprising one. So,
It's a great
Yeah.
movie.
yeah. We got The Raid up against
Oh.
The Prisoner of Azkaban. So, Jordan Owens, you're up first.
Well, Azkaban.
Richie?
I'm finally going to say it, Austin. The Raid.
Yeah.
Yay. Thank
Yeah. Malcolm?
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yep. Austin?
God, one of the easiest ones on this thing. The Raid. Easy.
Jacob?
Harry Potter.
Oh my God, he's going to lose.
Which one, Jake?
Well, I'm going to go with The Raid. So,
We have a
Give it a tie?
tie. Yeah, and it goes to Richie.
ooh. What are you going to do?
Richie, I just let you back in on the podcast, Richie.
Do the correct
You
thing.
voted for it for the first time.
Don't make me take you
Come
back out
on,
of the
it's your
podcast.
first time.
Just Richie.
This isn't Jordan's bracket,
Machete.
it's my bracket.
Richie. Machete fight in the hallway. Just remember, machete fight in the
Oh,
hallway.
yeah. Yeah.
Richie,
as
Gary
as,
Oldman.
as Renee Zellweger said to Tom Cruise, you had me at machete fight the whole way.
Yeah. There you go.
The Raid.
So
The
Harry
Raid,
Potter.
Yeah. Harry Potter doesn't have any fights in the hallway, I don't think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if it actually did, but I don't think it did.
I mean, Deathly Hallows Part 2 was a lot of fights in the hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like half the height.
Yeah.
Movies.
That one does.
In the hallway.
Yeah, but we got Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory versus Prisoners. So who's first?
Richie. Richie.
Okay, Richie.
Prisoners.
Yeah. Malcolm?
2 movies where kids are endangered. Willy Wonka.
Yep. Austin?
Willy Wonka.
Yeah. Jacob?
Willy Wonka.
And I'm going to go Prisoners.
I think I would prefer my kids if they were babysat by Melissa Leo and Paul Dano over weird ass Willie. Prisoners.
Yeah.
Oh, another
Yeah, call it
tie.
that.
And this one
Weird ass
goes
Willy
to-
Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Call it that.
Another
Me.
tie. This one goes to Malcolm. Yeah.
Willy Wonka.
Ooh.
Mm.
Willy Wonka is all right.
I was gonna ask you, Malcolm, did you have a power outage at your house? That's like this, you got very dark.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's just nighttime over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're starting to fade too a little, Richie. So
Yeah. It's about 3:20 in the afternoon.
yeah.
Mm.
But that's the end.
All
So
right.
we have
That was
our
quite the
poll.
Elite Eight.
Yeah,
Right.
quite
Mhm.
the Elite Eight. So let's see. We got Infinity War going up against. Let's see.
The
here.
Lion King.
Lion
Lion
King.
King, right?
Yep.
I want to say we've seen this match before. I want to say some other tournament
Yeah.
had Lion King versus Infinity War. It seems familiar.
Against the Lion King with Michael
Yeah.
Caine. Lion Caine.
Mhm.
Michael
All
Caine.
right. All right.
Who's first?
Malcolm.
And Lion King.
Yeah. Austin.
Infinity War.
Jacob.
The Lion King.
This is hard. Infinity War. Jordan.
The Infinity War.
Yeah. Richie.
She was only 16 years old. The Lion King.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a tie.
Look
Goes to
at
me.
that.
So I'm going with Infinity War. Sticking with it.
The Infinity War, the movie, going on.
Mhm.
Moving on. Yeah. Let's see. Then we got Power Rangers going against Blind Spotting. All right.
All right, me first. This is easy. Yeah, you made it easy for me by not putting aliens there. So Power Rangers, easy.
Which one dealt with racism the best?
Power Rangers.
Which
Well,
one?
It's
Oh,
racism
wow.
against purple people.
Yeah, look at the diverse colors you got there. The power.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
All the colors of the
Yeah.
rainbow. Jacob.
Screw it. Power Rangers.
Mhm.
Screw it. Blind Spotting. Jordan.
Come on, people. Blind spotting.
Yeah. Look at all the colors on that poster. Come on. Richie.
Come on, people.
What are you going for?
Mhm.
Wait, what'd you say? I didn't hear you.
I said Power Rangers.
Okay,
Yeah,
cut out.
all
my
I
end.
heard was the "come on,
Huh.
people." It's like,
Yeah, that's all I heard too. I'm like waiting for it. I'm like, but Malcolm.
Still, I haven't seen either of these, but I'm gonna go blind spotting.
Ooh, so is it a tie?
So tie, and it goes to Jacob. You got the power.
Whoa, what are you gonna do?
Sure.
With your heart or your brain?
It's your list.
Which one?
Power Rangers.
Ooh, going with the heart.
You guys
Yeah.
write nostalgia hard here.
Yeah, you write it way too hard. That's what I say.
I think it's a case of these movies are already in the championships. Like, let's say for some fun.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Jordan,
it's
Jordan,
bonus.
Jordan, you just need to learn to have a little fun, okay?
No, not when you're voting
Grandpa,
Power Rangers over blind spotting.
the loneliest
Right.
mark.
Well,
Yeah. New podcast is just me by myself.
Yeah. So on my draft, I have
It's just him
With-
crying with his cat.
At least no one. At least no
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
No one will draft the guys I want when no one is drafting with me.
Yeah. We have the Wrestler going up against Up in the Air.
All right, Jacob.
That's my draft pick.
All right. So who?
Avery's with me. Who do you want?
So who's
The mi-
first?
And it's a Cat Miller.
Jacob.
It's me.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob.
Up in the air.
I gotta go the Wrestler.
Mantar appears on Young Rock tonight. If anyone wants to watch that episode, the Wrestler.
All right. Richie.
I do want to watch that episode. The Wrestler.
Colt Cabana plays Brooklyn Brawler. It's really good.
Okay, I can see that.
An AEW signed wrestler in a WWF fake ring. I don't know. Is he gonna get in trouble?
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I
not.
don't use it
But-
anyway.
but Malcolm.
Paddington. Oh wait. Up in the air.
Oh, okay. Austin.
Up in the air.
All
And
right.
we
So
have
Up in
another
the Air.
tie. So
Oh, okay.
Jordan Anderson.
Oh. Well, that makes me happy because the Wrestler's going through.
Do the correct thing. That's not the correct thing.
Yes, that is the correct thing because I don't get how. Well, I don't get Up in the Air. I just don't get it. So.
Well, if you jump, you can.
You
get
said
up.
it was good. Now you don't get it?
Good.
You're
Yeah.
the flakiest reviewer
It's good,
of all
but it's
time,
not
Jordan.
great. I mean, compared to the Wrestler, I mean, come on, what are you doing here? Compare it to the Wrestler.
I can see why it's one of the greatest movies of all time, but I'm not a fan.
I mean, you're questioning what we're doing here when they've put Power Rangers up to the semi-finals.
Well, I didn't
This is
vote
gonna
for it.
be-
I voted for
yeah.
Blind Spotting. Come on.
It's the greatest movie of all time that will sweep the Razzies.
No,
Mhm.
it's not the greatest of all. But we got the Raid versus Willy Wonka.
Jordan.
So, it's me first. The Raid will kick Willy Wonka's ass. So
Whichever one of these gets my vote will be the first
Jordan?
time one of these movies gets my vote, and that's gonna be The Raid.
ooh, yeah. Richie.
Imagine the Raid set in Wonka's Chocolate Factory. That'd be amazing.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. Mhm.
The Raid.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah. Austin.
The Raid.
Yes, about time.
Jacob.
Willy Wonka, but it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Nope, it is the Raid. But I can imagine though, a bunch of drug lords in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. They have to go in and bring all their top guys in there to put them down.
Just-
yeah.
Rama fighting a horde of fucking what's her name? Oompa Loompas in a hallway,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
they're all
yeah,
armed
right.
with machetes. He's got to kick the
Yes.
shit out of them.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, the
That'd
fun
be
ends
awesome.
here. The fun ends here, right, guys?
All right, which
Yeah,
fighting
nice.
movie is
All
gonna?
right. We got Infinity War versus Power Rangers, the movie.
All right, Jordan Owens.
All right, guys, come on. You've had your fun. Infinity War. We all know it's the right answer.
Jordan, this
Don't-
isn't
don't
your
do
bracket.
this.
Stop campaigning.
Yeah, this
Don't
isn't
do
your
this,
thing.
guys. Don't do this, guys.
Well, if you have to remind everybody that it's an actual movie, then it's not really that great of a movie. You got to remind people that it was a movie.
What?
From Power Rangers, the movie. It says
Put some
the movie on
respect
it.
its
You don't-
name.
But
Richie.
Richie.
Yeah, look. You might say the fun ends here, but then the fun never stops at Cassandra Ritchie. So I'm
Sure, yeah.
gonna go
Well-
Power Rangers.
Well, Malcolm.
The fun
Well,
never stops when people are being snapped into to oblivion. Infinity War.
Yeah. Austin.
They've got power and force that can never be destroyed. Power Rangers. They've got the ability to morph into eat. All right, sorry, I won't sing the whole song. Power Rangers.
I couldn't memorize that.
And I will now
Never
vote for
take
Power
them.
Rangers.
They've got a power and a force that was snapped away by Thanos. Infinity War.
It's a tie, and Jordan's got the tiebreaker. Jordan Owens has the tiebreaker.
Oh
No.
You almost had it, Richie. You almost had it,
The fun
Richie.
ends. Let me play my little purple flute. Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Oh shit!
Jordan, when did you turn into the least fun person I know?
Yeah.
When I can't vote for mediocre movies, I'm sorry, I can't do it. It won't let me.
No,
Power
no,
won't
no,
let me.
Mark.
You're not
It
voting
was-
for a
It
mediocre
was when
movie,
it
you're
was
voting
when he
for
was
Power
booted from the
Rangers.
Lonely. It was when he was booted from the Lonely Max podcast. He got
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
better.
Kick me out of
you're
the
off the
club.
podcast.
Can I still show up anyway?
Steve, if you're watching, you're in.
No, Steve Mason, don't do it.
Which movie made $1 billion? Which one? I mean, come on.
I mean, like, me,
Power Rangers came out
Power
in
Rangers
95.
franchise has probably made $1 billion.
Well, the
Toy
franchise took
sales.
their whole franchise to do it. So, but we have the Wrestler versus the Raid. So,
Richie.
Richie.
It's
kind of tough.
The Wrestler.
Yeah. Malcolm.
The Wrestler.
Austin.
The Raid.
Jacob.
Care anymore. The Raid.
Jacob's all dejected now. Yeah. The Raid. Jordan.
Power Rangers. Oh wait, that's not possible.
Yeah.
The Wrestler.
You had your chance.
Yeah.
The Wrestler.
Oh, another tie. Another tie. And goes to Richie this time.
The Wrestler. Not Jacob.
Ooh, the Wrestler. Okay. All right. This is it. This is our.
Well,
Our
we almost had
final
our first two-time champion because the Raid won the one location tournament, I think, and it had a chance to almost win this one. So, yeah, almost had a two-time.
I think we had one
tournament
other
champion.
two-time champion, but I can't remember.
It was mine.
Didn't
Dark Knight.
wouldn't
it
Infinity
was the
War
Dark Knight.
have won 2 times as well? But was it?
If it wins this one, maybe, yeah, because I think it might have won another one.
Yeah.
At some point.
If it wins this one, it'll be a two-time. Yeah.
What will it be?
Mhm.
Which one?
So who's up first?
Wait, which one might be a two-timer?
Infinity War,
Okay.
because I think it might have won the Universe comic book tournament. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think. I don't have to go back and look, but I know it's won something. But Malcolm's up first for this one.
Infinity War.
Yeah. Austin.
Infinity War.
Jacob.
Infinity War.
Yep. Infinity War.
God damn it.
Jordan.
Well, it doesn't matter, but I'll show some love to the Wrestler.
Yeah. Richie.
Doesn't matter, but I'll show some love to the Wrestler.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately,
Infinity
it wouldn't
War
have
is-
mattered. Even if it was a tie, you know who's got the tiebreaker? Me.
Yeah.
You? Oh yeah. Yep. All right, guys. Well,
The Wrestler, right?
that was fun.
All right.
Infinity War is your champion
Well,
today. So.
Jacob, out of it's not your ultimate yet, 128, but you still have to watch Infinity War within the next 24 hours. So
Yep,
get
just
on
have to
it.
watch number one win.
And, yeah,
I
I know, but
or movies I need to watch.
or you can
If
watch
you have
Power
time.
Rangers.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he's got movies we got to watch for our Saturday things. He's got to watch some of my movies. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I got to finish out watching his movies.
Here's Infinity War, which kind
That
of
could have
fits.
been Power Rangers.
It could have been Godfather Part 2.
Well, kind of fits because we have a Marvel movie releasing this week, so it kind of goes.
We
with
do?
that.
What?
Yeah, we do.
Alright, so when I do the next 64, it's going to be the 5 of us, right?
Probably.
Sure, yeah. Yep, it'll be.
Wait, who's the sixth one? Oh,
Yeah. Oh. It's like, oh.
Richie's right here, man. Don't say that in front of Richie.
Hey.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's
talking about
that's the
Avery.
list. We had some close
Avery's
calls, some
uninvited?
fun ones in there.
Avery
Power
can't
Rangers
do
in
that.
there. So it was a fun
Avery actually
time,
voted
so.
for Power Rangers. I was surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that'll do it for us tonight. So yeah, well the Sweet 16 will be moving on to the championship. So we'll have one more of these in about a month from now will be part 2. So look forward to that. So
I can't say Power Rangers is probably the lowest ranked movie that will probably make it to the final 4.
Yeah.
Wait till you get to my 28 and some of the lowest movies I have on there on my 128.
Yeah.
I mean,
Power Rangers.
you got to remember I had like the Phantom, from like 96 and like I mean maybe Vice Squad will make an appearance. We'll see, something like that. Who knows?
Nope. I'm gonna make sure that for the championship we have a completely different panel, so that way no Power Rangers. No, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be an all-female panel. Yeah.
I love you get an all-female panel for the favorite one, but you couldn't get an all-female panel for the romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Hey,
well, this community
for
getting all females. I mean, you're lucky if you get one on your.
We had an all-female panel pretty much for almost for the 90s comedies. It was close.
Yeah, the 90s comedies. Yeah, because we had Kate Mulligan, we had Rachel Silvestrini, and
Peggy Gubbins.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those ones like now the Schmodown's sort of back forming a lot more. It's going to be hard to get a lot of.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to get those guys on. So we'll see. You never know, but
you always have to catch them like when they do a tournament, and then like the people who aren't in the tournament or fall out of the tournament, then to get them like right afterward. It's because then there's like a gap, before they start doing other matches again. That's like the time to get them.
The good thing is though, we've been building a pretty good set of like regulars like y'all. So I appreciate that you guys are always willing to do it. So it's fun having you guys on. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe next time
I'll
invite Jordan though.
yeah, right.
Wait, dude, he's the host, man. He's gotta be here.
Yeah, I've got to be here. Like I'm
going
to invite myself.
Actually, he doesn't have to anymore.
Yeah, right.
It's messed up, but
you can just host it. Yeah, but.
We're gonna start going forward, even if Jordan's late because of work. We're just gonna start going, and you can just jump in like I do sometimes because of my work.
Yeah, because watch, I have the power to do this.
Hey,
wasn't me. My hands are up.
So
My hands
mean. Abusing his powers, people.
Yeah. But we'll just go around the horn. You can tell us where we can find you, and if you have anything you want to promote. So we'll start with Jordan Owens. Where can we find you? Not here.
Not cool. Barber. Abuse. Yes.
Oh, you had to mute.
Well,
okay.
You know what? You can catch me at the Lonely Marks Wrestling Podcast. Is that still cool, Jacob? Thursday at 10:00. We're gonna do a really fun fantasy draft. We're trying to draft our dream card, and we'll see who gets to who first. Also over at Pierce Wrestling, exclusive wrestling matches, wrestling trivia, and some great interviews. Vinny Ramaguchi was a great interview. We have some great archives, Ron Nemi, and I just interviewed former Cruiserweight champion TJ Perkins, currently in New Japan and MLW. It's great. I think it ran over 2 hours. It was a really great interview. So that one's going to be uploaded this week because he's about to be in the Best of Super Juniors tournament over in New Japan, which is pretty crazy. We talk about that as well. Pierce Co. channel. We got movie trivia, movie podcast. And then you can even go into the archives. Check out my stand-up. Check out my short films. Do what you want. And or don't. Jacob's not going to. And you catch me on here sometimes arguing over Jacob's Top 128.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good on the other end. It's funny when you do it. Less funny when it happens to you.
Yeah, right. Well, Richie, where can we find you?
Yeah, man. All jokes aside, I had a lot of fun on this one. It reminded me of when we were, I think the Christmas one, we got Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Really fun.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yep.
That was a classic right there.
That was bonkers and fun. But you can catch me on the Lonely Marks podcast on Thursday, and I hope no one drafts my number one pick, Maven. Anyway,
I shouldn't say anything.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have said anything. God damn it. Hot commodity. And then you can catch me tomorrow on Henry Confidential's channel doing a triple threat match. It's me, Steve Mesa, and Sam Wilson. I keep saying Will Cohen before, but it's not. But shout out to Will Cohen anyway.
Sure, yeah. Shout out that guy.
Yeah, and you can. I'm not sure what I'm on here next, but I'm pretty sure I'm on here next week. So I think I'm on the tier ranker for the action movie thing.
Yeah, you'll be in the tier ranker. It'll be next Monday. Is one.
Yeah, next Monday for the action movies. So cool. And you mentioned Aaron.
Yeah. Malcolm, where can we find you?
You can find me over on Tape View Productions, where I host Rankum every Sunday night. This week, we're doing a bit of a hypothetical type of show this week. We're doing what if superhero movies were made predominantly before the 1980s, and we cast classic actors. Jacob's going to be there. And you could also find me over on Full Metal, where I host trivia matches. Tomorrow you got Tarantino, because why? There's a bit good thing to do on March to, May the 4th. And then we've also got the Dark Knight trilogy coming up. Also, I'm going to see Doctor Strange today, but be a good person like me and don't spoil it for everyone else.
Yeah.
I've seen it today.
I'm going Thursday at 3, and I'm telling you all at 4.
Lucky. No. Yeah, but
Wait, what?
Austin, where can we find you?
Yeah, I'll also be seeing Doctor Strange at the 3:00 hour at 3:45. So me and Jordan will be. I'm sure we can exchange some messages. But yeah, please don't spoil the goddamn. Stop making spoiler videos before the weekend. Stop it, because people use that shit and just spoil it all over the internet. Stop it. I'll probably do like a car review or something, but I won't spoil anything. I'm a good boy when it comes to that. The only thing I'll plug, I'll let Jacob plug our Saturday show. So tomorrow night, myself and Henry Confidential over on Let's Rank Stuff will be ranking the View Askewniverse of Kevin Smith. So those 7 films, and that should be a fun topic.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jacob, where can we find you?
We've already mentioned the Lonely Marks podcast. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's probably going to be a long one, so get your popcorn. We'll probably run longer than Doctor Strange. So, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun for sure. And then
I swear to God, if you steal Naked Midian from me,
someone takes Fantasio.
Richie, I'm going to steal. I'm going to steal Daniel Pewter from you, the other tough enough guy.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
I'm going to steal Goldberg.
Yeah.
Gilbert, yeah.
Hey, we all need that popcorn match before the main event. So
that's true.
Ruin my plans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you can find me all over the social media at Movie Hero 2121. That's the
since
official,
Jacob didn't get to finish his point, podcast about movies Saturday night. We'll be doing our episode.
Yeah, right. You got that. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you were done, but
I wasn't.
Yeah, but
I'm used to getting interrupted today.
Well, anything else? While we wait.
No, I'm still stuck on Richie saying "Don't steal Naked Midian from me." I've never heard that phrase uttered before.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Saturday at some point, probably before Rankum, maybe after. Who knows? I don't know. Austin and I will talk. It'll be Saturday. We'll be doing a podcast about movies. We recently did an episode where we went through every year that we've been alive, and we picked our favorite movie from that year. And there were some that we each hadn't seen for a while. So we're either watching those for the first time or revisiting them, and we're going to kind of do a redux and talk about those movies on Saturday. So we each have 7 that we have watched or will have watched by that point, and we're going to talk about them.
Cool.
Also, I meant to mention this earlier. I love how the post is situated that Jacob is in the right position to have his name right above his head.
Yeah, right up.
I don't like that.
Above your head, right there. Yeah.
Let's fix that.
I am Jacob.
Oh, you're Jacob. Yeah. There you go. But yeah. So I'm gonna try to tune into the Lonely Marks, but I'll probably get it like an hour into it, and then I'm seeing Doctor Strange, so I'll watch up until.
Okay, priorities. All right.
I'll watch an hour and then grow tired.
I thought you were seeing it Friday night, Jordan.
I was going to, but then I have so much family coming into town. It's like a big chaotic thing. They're like everyone wanted to see it Friday, then they wanted to see it Thursday, and now it's all over. But I still can't do the show Friday because of so much family being in town. But yeah, so
Your priorities, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could go to it on both days.
Yeah, that is true. But kind of like I said, you can find all things about the channel at Movie Hero 2121 on all the socials. You can find us on the movie or the Schmodown Friends and Family group on Facebook. You can find our poll with the Elite 8 from this episode, so you can go vote on that probably about midday tomorrow. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, definitely hit the subscribe button, because I always want to remind everyone we're going to be doing another giveaway, and we hit 200 subscribers, so we're still making a push. We're slowly climbing, but it's a slow.
Can I win the giveaway?
You could possibly. Yeah.
Sweet.
Possibly, if you can answer. We're gonna have some trivia questions once that happens. So yeah.
Yeah, trivia is right up your alley, right, Jordan? Well, I'll tease everybody once again with the actual prize. Because of a shipping error and an ordering error, I have an extra copy, unopened, still factory sealed, of the 1978 4K Dawn of the Dead 4-disc set that goes for about $70 or $80 on eBay right now, because they only made a limited amount. So factory sealed. And we're going to give that away. So when we eventually do it, so I have an extra copy just sitting over there for somebody.
Yeah.
In the Power Rangers movie.
Right.
Yeah.
And a
Which movie did Power Rangers beat to get to the final four of Richie or to Jacob's tournament?
Yeah.
Dark Knight.
Whoever gets it right, they get a pirated copy of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. Right? Yeah. But just to tease a few episodes we have coming up, so we're going to be doing Best Action Movies 2010 to 2015, but we had to push it to Monday night, so that'll be Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So have that one, and then we have Best War Movies the next day on Tuesday, and then we have Moose Haw, the friend of the show. On Friday, we're going to be doing his top 64 of all time with some of his family members. So I think that his brother and his sister and then one of his cousins is going to be on there for that. So that should be a fun time. And then
I believe he said it's going to be wild as well. Last time we talked.
Yeah, right. Yes, it will. But and then we also have best. Let's see. I don't lose my spot. Yeah. So
Tier Ranker Coming of Age on 17th.
Yeah. We have Coming of Age coming up, and then we also have a fun episode that's going to be me versus Steven Shepard. We're going to be putting 32 of each of our favorite TV characters of all time in a bit of a spin-off series that we're going to have for Tournament Fights called Tournament Fights Versus. You can watch for some of that, because the following week we're doing Tournament Fight Versus Jim Carrey versus Robin Williams. So we'll have 32 of each of their movies. So yeah. But if you hear any of those topics, we have room on all the episodes except for Moose's episode. But besides that, though, if you want to be a part of anything, just hit me up and let me know about that. And I think that'll do it tonight for Tournament Fight. So it was a fun time. And then also in about a month from now, we'll be having Jacob Barber's part 2 of his top 128. So watch for that as well. So just follow us on all the socials and hit the little bell icon, because you'll be notified when we go live with all these different things. So sometimes we're a little late. Like today, we were almost an hour late because of my work. But yeah. So and I'm also going to say for Monday night show, we're going to say a 9:30 start time because of my work's been a little crazy, and maybe we'll go a little early, hopefully. So yeah.
Probably not.
Maybe we'll see. You never know. Crazier things have happened.
Most likely not.
But yeah, that will do it for us tonight. So for Jordan, for Richie, for Malcolm, for Austin, for Jacob, because I got the correct order that we originally were in, and for Jordan, I've been Jordan Movie Hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.